Hello and welcome to episode number 95 of the Solo Gamer Podcast. We have a very special episode. We're going to go breakneck pace in our little intro here because we have so much to talk about. This is one of my favorite times of the year. It's E3 season. I know E3 is dead, but this is basically just our version of E3 now.
Right.
We got 3 shows that happened. Well, really, there's 4, but we're only going to fit 3 in today. Sorry to let everyone down. And we have a little system we're going to do, but we got to welcome everybody in. Of course, our lovely co-host, Taylor. Welcome in, good sir. Another week down. How you doing?
Yeah. Doing good, man. Doing good. I agree with you, man. This is always some of my favorite parts of the year. I so miss kind of the in-person aspect of like getting together with the group and doing like the whole E3 thing, and it's evolved quite a bit over the years, but still excited that we have like kind of a mini gathering here where we can kind of like discuss all the game announcements, and I'm glad that aspect of it hasn't really gone away. It's still kind of felt like a nerd Super Bowl like it used to, you know.
Absolutely. So it definitely still feels that way, even though it's just a very much like kind of 2026 dystopian version where we're just on our phones right, texting each other while watching this like YouTube stream from the corporation itself. But it's still great. I'm still eating it.
So like, fun, you know, yeah. Corporate slop.
Yeah. I can't really complain. Kyle, welcome in, man. How are you doing? Welcome to our E3 episode. That's what I'm calling it. I don't care.
Jeff T will be damned.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm good, man. This one's a lot of fun. Just being able to see all the, a lot of it is just kind of like more content on the things that we either were more, we were excited about or maybe not so much and did start to become more excited about. I just love being able to see a little bit more on, especially the things that kind of looked like, some of these games I felt like I really didn't care about too much. And then like the second, reveal is kind of like, oh, this is actually starting to come together. This is looking pretty cool. I have a few games like that. So, super excited to talk about it with you guys. And, Taylor, this kind of like made me think, I'm like, dude, maybe we should do like at some point, like all come together for like a Game of the Year awards or something like that. I think that would be a lot of fun, especially because Game of the Year awards is in December and that's the perfect time to go to Arizona. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be very cool. Do like a live stream of we could actually I'd love to do an in-person thing. We could definitely try to do a live stream from here. We've never done it. And so if it doesn't work well, like I feel like we need something to test it on where we won't be bummed if it doesn't like work the way we want it to.
Yeah.
So maybe we can plan like some kind of live stream thing to do that is low stakes that we can do. Check it out. We can have people join in, make sure things look good, sound good. We're seeing it at the same time, all that kind of stuff. And if that's the case, then I'd love to do like the Game of the Year awards or whatever at the end of the year, like as a live stream. I think that'd be super cool. Get some snacks, some drinks, and hang cool. out. It'd be fun. Though I do like watching it with Alicia too. She's like gotten kind of into it.
Yeah, that's cool.
So it's fun.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think usually between like Summer Game Fest and the Game Awards, I think they do like GDC or something in like a month or two. So, and there's usually a couple announcements there. So maybe we could use that as kind of our testing ground if we plan now.
If it's not at like 1 p.m. on a Tuesday or something,
right? Yeah,
I'd be totally down. That'd be great.
I actually forgot to mention I got a little bit of a new piece of gear.
Oh, dude, that controller's so sexy. I love it.
This bad boy. I'm waiting. I also got the headset with it, and then it's got the little marathon on the back. I got the headset to go with it too, but that won't be here till Tuesday, so we'll wait and see. The box, actually, I'm gonna keep this thing.
Yeah, it looks good.
The box is just fucking cool.
Oh wow, it's huge. Cool. What the hell else did that come with?
That's it.
I feel like it's a really big box for a PlayStation controller. But
I just think the box is so cool. Like you got all the design down here. And
$10
like
extra for the packaging.
Yeah, I don't care. I'll pay for it.
Yeah, I know that's so funny. Like Kyle and I have been talking when we're playing Marathon. I'm like, man, I just want to buy the game a couple times and just make sure that they know that people want it. Don't take it away from us, please.
Right.
Dude, I
thought about buying it on
PlayStation.
Xbox just because.
Yeah, I actually came this close to buying it again for the PC after I bought it on PlayStation. But.
My only reason I'm holding out on that is because I'm like, I know that PlayStation. It depends on what happens with Helix and all that, but I feel like because they're going to have to sort of convert every Xbox game into like a PC game to work on Helix if it's the way I think it's going to be, which means then I wouldn't need to. Then it'll just be playable anywhere. Right. I can play it on my PC, but I don't know. That might be 2 years from down the road. So this is kind of funny. The other thing I noticed that I love about this show too is like I'm sort of two different people when I watch these shows. There's like the kid that loves the games and is like eagerly awaiting to see something that's going to make me excited. And then there's also like if I could hear myself watching these shows again, like something will come up that I'm not into, you know, and it'll come up. I'll be like, oh, Team Ninja. Nice. Okay. So this is our next project. Okay. Sony, you know, like sort of like this industry, like the industry part of it. Cause we listen to a lot of those podcasts and we, you know, talk about this stuff all the time. And I love that. I love the business part almost as much as I love the actual games. So it's kind of a cool thing where it's like, there's some of these shows. It's like, there's not even that much in here that I was like really making me excited, but it was still interesting to see who is doing what and when and where and the decisions to be made and the pacing of it all. It's just cool. It's a lot of fun. I love that whole side of it.
Yeah.
Okay. So the way we're going to do this, last year, Taylor kind of came up with like a categorization to sort of gamify the experience of watching these shows. So we kind of are taking that to another step as my dogs are trying to break in back here. Taking that to another step where we're going to go through every game that was shown. And there are basically 4 sort of ratings or categories that we each assigned every single game for all 3 of the shows. That's Sony's PlayStation State of Play, which is going to be first because they were first. Then it's good old Jeff Keighley's the Summer Games Fest. So that'll be the second. And then we'll close it out with the Xbox Showcase. So those 4 categories from top to bottom. Top is Day One Buy. This is a game that you've been waiting for or you can't believe got announced. You are like going to pre-order it, or if there could be a midnight release like we talked about last week, we would be there for it. Mm-hmm. We're going to be buying this thing the day it comes out. We're playing it. Like, I don't care, $70, collector's edition, whatever, I'm in. So that's the highest ranking. The second ranking is what we were kind of coining like direct to backlog, which is you have every intention of playing this game. You are almost as interested in this game as you are a day one buy, but maybe it's just like not quite that level and you have to make sacrifices because we all work full-time jobs and we have friends and families and we can't just buy and play all of these things. So you're going to have to realize it's a lot of those ones for me were like when it's coming out. It's like there's like 6 games coming out in this month and a half. This one's just going to have to wait a few months before I can get to it, but I absolutely want to play it. So that's the second one, direct to backlog. The third one is called, we're going to call that waiting on reviews. And that doesn't necessarily mean like, I want to see what IGN gives it, but just like there's interest there. Maybe it's from a developer you like, or it's a sequel to a game you like, but you have some concerns with it, or you're just not quite sure if you're going to like it. So you maybe one of you will play it. And I want to hear what you guys think, or our community, or maybe some YouTubers or podcasters that we watch and listen to, just to kind of see the reaction first before you commit the money and the time to upgrade it, to either put it on your backlog or to straight up buy it right then. And then the bottom one is no interest. We could add more, like there's some that'll be like, fuck that game or whatever. But I only had like one of those, I think, for the most part. For all 3 of the shows.
It's funny you mention that because there's a few I went through like with COD. I'm like, can I put 0 here? Like, can I just say like less than like not interested? Like, could you like actually take this game
A
back.
negative
Yeah, like
point.
I actually like don't like this is I'm actually like I don't like the experience anymore. I'm not having a good time because this is playing. But,
I think I know. By the way, Ian, I think I know what that game is for you, but I'll wait to see if you reveal it.
Oh yeah, I will. It's like, well, we were trying to come up with like a point system, based on those 4 categories, and it's like I was saying, like I think I already told you, I was like, it's the only one that I actually gave a negative point to, which we'll get into. So that's kind of the way we're just having fun with this. We want to do a little more than just like, all right, here's this game, cool. Like actually assign a little value and get a temperature, take the temperature of this show of the 3 hosts. So that is how we're going to do it. And some games we'll talk a lot more about than others. If you're a huge fan of one of these games and all 3 of us are like, nah, or only one of us is maybe slightly interested, I'm sorry. We're going to blow past some of these games because we just don't have the time to give each game the dedicated time that they deserve, even ones that we're all not interested in. So, so just don't take it personally if it's one of your favorite games. There's only so many ways in which we can do this. Okay, you guys ready?
Ready. Strapped in.
You can hear that. I don't know if you can hear me rubbing my hands in the mic.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if I like it.
No, not good. Okay, cool. Well, okay. That's the wrong kind of ASMR.
I'm just playing.
He's like, never do it again.
Yeah.
All right, let's start with 2026 State of Play. PlayStation went first last week before the Summer Games Fest or Xbox, so we're going to start with them. And they kicked this one off with a nice chunk of gameplay from Marvel's Wolverine. So before you jump into your thoughts, we're just going to go all 3 of us where we have it, and then we'll each kind of discuss it. So Marvel's Wolverine. Taylor, where does this land on your scale?
This is going to be a day 1 buy for me.
It's a day 1 buy for you. Kyle.
This one is a wait to see reviews for me.
Okay. All right. Oh, this is an interesting beginning. This for me is direct backlog. So we have
all 3 stages.
Of the 3. Yeah, all 3 right off the bat. Hell yeah. Okay, so this will be one we should really talk about because we're all
I do have more to say on it actually. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We want to discuss this one. I figured we would. So Taylor, I feel like with it being day 1 buy for you, I want you to start. So kick us off. How did you feel watching this, or how excited are you? Clearly pretty excited. Tell us about it, man.
Yeah, really excited for this one. I remember the unfortunate Insomniac leak that came out. I want to say a couple years now that unfortunately leaked this to everybody. Otherwise, I think this might have been the first time we would have seen the game, possibly. But yeah, Wolverine is awesome. As everybody knows, I'm a big fan of the Spider-Man games. Marvel Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Spider-Man 2. All were fantastic games. Spider-Man 2, not so much. I thought it was just kind of okay. But I'm a big Marvel guy, so when I kind of first learned about this game and saw that they were kind of going for more of the X-Men spin, I was super excited for this. So looks really, really good. Combat looks visceral and gory and bloody, which I think is like one of the best ways you can do Wolverine. It's probably the only way you can really do Wolverine, honestly.
For sure.
Like any justice. I think if you were going to ask me personally what X-Men I would have rather had a game on, it probably would have been Jean Grey, but she does show up in this trailer, which is really cool. So hopefully I'm sure she'll end up being a secondary or tertiary character or something. But really excited from this one. I just think that Insomniac doesn't miss. So this is definitely one I'll play day 1, and interested to see maybe if there are any connections to any of the Spider-Man games, or like maybe if they hint at like us getting more Marvel stuff in the future. I'd like it to be a little bit more like targeted, I think, with their Marvel games from here on out. Like I think that there'd be like 4 or 5 characters in the whole like Marvel universe where you could like safely have a really good game with those, and then everything else is just kind of window dressing. So it opens up some interesting possibilities, but this one's day 1 for me for sure.
Dude, Insomniac Games is in like the Marvel oil fields. They're never getting out.
They are, yeah.
They're never escaping that fate, I don't think. You can have worse fates. It's definitely job security.
For sure.
Yeah, Kyle, I'll let you go on this one. Mine's going to be pretty quick. There's a lot of talk just sort of online about people. There's maybe a little bit of fatigue of the kind of PlayStation third person games. I don't have that fatigue. I'm a sucker for these games, regardless of like the topic or like the subject matter. Um, I'm not the biggest Marvel guy. We've talked about this before. I love the kind of original '90s cartoon series of Spider-Man and X-Men and Batman. I watched all those '90s, mid to late '90s, and loved them. But it was never like Star Wars or Lord of the Rings or anything like that. Just for me, it just never quite reached those heights. I just casually enjoy this stuff. The movie comes out, I'll check it out at some point. And so that's kind of where I am. For the reason this is a direct backlog is because it comes out in September. There's other games that I have higher on the list, and I haven't played Spider-Man 2 yet. And I know it's not as good, but I don't care. Like I want to play all these. The two hats I was talking about earlier. There's the me hat, which is like my personal interest. I love these games. It looks fucking awesome. Like the combat looks impactful and powerful and gory and just fun button mashing, like classic action game, all about that. And then on my other hat, like I like to see what these different companies in gaming are doing, and I want to play all of the Sony exclusives. Like that's the reason I own a PlayStation and the reason I continue to buy them. The only thing I play on PlayStation consoles are their exclusives for the most part, with a couple exceptions. So it's just like, yeah, totally down. Write me in. I'm all about it. I'll buy it. It'll probably just will be like maybe early next year or mid next year, something like that. Once I've beaten Spider-Man 2 and played some of the other games that are higher for me, but I think it looks great. Kyle, what are you thinking here with the waiting, the trepidation a little bit, but interest?
Yeah. For me, gosh, I mean, I do want to start off by saying that the trailer that I saw was absolutely killer.
Yeah, man,
that was incredible. Definitely got the Logan, like mature, like Wolverine vibes going on here. And if I were to play a superhero type game, I would probably start here, if I'm being honest, because it does have it's definitely going the more mature route here. At the end of the day though, I'm like thinking about the backlog that I already have, the games that I already know I'm going to play right away when they come out. And I think that's really kind of where I had to put it back a little bit. But there's definitely some wiggle room there, because the reason why I say I want to wait to see the reviews is if this story ends up being really incredible, and that's what we're talking about, is like the story's great, because I can tell that the gameplay is going to be a lot of fun. If I hear that the story is like, we're talking top tier, then it's like, all right, well, this is one of those games that you have to play if you enjoy single player, RPGs. So that's just kind of my take on it. Is like, it looks great. There's no knock on it at all. It looks really well done. And I would even say that I probably would have a lot of fun playing it. There's just a lot of games in front of it.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, we've said the same thing to you about, I think the kind of like the original PS4 Spider-Man, I think you'd really dig that game because the story is so good. It's like better than almost any Spider-Man movie I've ever seen. And it would be a great like doorway into all these games. But yeah, I totally get that. I mean, I have a lot of those throughout the show where I'm like, my interest level might actually be closer to being equivalent of the second or third or highest ranking, but I have to be realistic at some point and be like, I just don't know. I don't know when I could ever get to this, but yeah, maybe like a bunch of 9s and 10s in ratings would kind of change that for you, which makes total sense. Awesome. Okay, first one down. Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. Taylor, where did you rate this one?
This one is actually going to be a direct to backlog for me. I'm like a fighting game fan. Like, I'm a really big fan of fighting games. I just never really get good at any of them or have enough time to put into any of them to get really solid at them. So I'm kind of a fan of them, but just like sort of passively. But this one looks fun. I've talked about on the show before how I'm a big Marvel vs. Capcom fan. That's like one of my favorite fighting games of all time, especially the second one on PS2. Just a brilliant fighting game with an amazing roster of characters. Even to this day, I have fun playing that one. So this looks like it's kind of in that same vein, obviously with a 100% of a Marvel spin to it. So I've seen a lot of the characters that they announced for this, and it looks really, really good. Not going to be a day one buy for me, but this is actually one of the few games I'll probably buy like the deluxe edition of it or whatever, because usually for fighting games, they almost always come with like a character roster. Like they give you the characters and then all future characters that come out later on down the road. So if it's something that you like would have fun with, I think it's like well worth it to buy just the deluxe edition, like right off the rip. So you get all the future characters that come out. But
Sure.
it looks great. Art style is beautiful. Definitely going to play this at some point, but not immediately. Probably a next year type thing.
Yeah, very, very, very distinct and pretty art style. Kyle?
This one, unfortunately, is going to have to be my first not interested.
Same. So I totally get that. I'm not a fighting game person with the exception of Mortal Kombat, and I don't really like Marvel enough to like get into it, and it's kind of has like that anime flair to it. I'm just like, it looks beautiful objectively, like really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
But like some of the designs that came up, the character designs were really cool. But yeah, just not really my thing. Okay. Rayman Legends Retold. Taylor, what was your rating for this one?
Not interested in this one. I'm a fan of a lot of platformers, but Rayman was never one that got me. So
not one of them. Okay, Kyle.
I have a feeling this is going to be a clean sweep, so not interested.
Not interested. I had it as waiting on reviews.
Oh,
okay.
I the only reason I put it there is because I have a tendency to like I love the idea of playing these games because the Spyro, like the remakes, you know, of Spyro and Crash Bandicoot and all this stuff, like those games are so fun and they kind of remind me of childhood. And Rayman's one that I kind of missed out on, but I thought the art style was really pretty. So like if kind of like what Kyle was saying, like if this game comes out and it's like everyone's like, holy crap, this is awesome, and it's get really, really great reviews and it's 9s, 10s, and like what a wonderful version of this game, and it's beautiful, all that stuff, like I'd be willing to try it out at some point, but I'm certainly not rushing to go play it. That's where I'm at on that one. Bancho the Chef. We were just talking about Bancho the Chef earlier, actually. Taylor, where were you on this one?
Yeah, this one is actually surprisingly a direct to backlog for me. Anna lately has been super into Dave the Diver, and Bancho is like a side character in Dave the Diver.
Oh, okay.
So this game is like his origin story before Dave the Diver. So I haven't like followed the story of Dave the Diver super closely, but everything I've seen of it from what Anna's played of it has been really cute and endearing. So, and the game looks like really, really good too. Like Dave the Diver has a little bit more of like a pixel art style, and this looks to be more like anime kind of cell shaded. So I love the way it looks. I probably want to play Dave the Diver first before I play this one, but this one looks like it could be a cool game to play with Anna. So we'll play this at some point in time, but not immediately.
For sure. Kyle?
Yeah, this one's unfortunately not interested for me.
Yeah, I was. It doesn't have to be unfortunate. It's all good, man.
It looks really cool though. That's why I say that, because I hate saying this, because I'm not disrespecting the game at all.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's what I did try to preface that to like anyone listening. It's like the no interest contains the gamut of like totally get it. This looks beautiful, looks awesome. It's just not something I know I'm not going to have the time, or compared to some of these other things, it's just we got to be realistic. We're not going to play all these games. So mine was teetering here. I am going to go no interest on this. I did not know it was connected to Dave the Diver. He must join Dave the Diver to get better seafood.
Yeah,
sushi.
exactly.
But I watched this one with Al. Alicia was like really likes Overcooked, and obviously it's different. This is different, but she was like, I love the little like cooking game. So I am actually going to put this at waiting for review, just because if Alicia shows interest in a video game and it's like turns out that it's really good and people who want that experience like it, then I would definitely look at picking it up if she thought she would play it for sure. So that's I'm bumping it up from no interest, but I would say for me personally, no huge amount of interest, but it was charming and funny and cool.
Yeah,
totally cool. Kimuri, Taylor, what's your ranking?
I would say not interested in this one. I think that the only part of the showcase I think that really got me was they had the Ghostwire Tokyo lady I think come back for this one to announce it, and she's just adorable. But yeah, this looks like a live service type thing, and I'm not into it, so pass for me.
For sure. Kyle?
I fast forwarded this one.
Yep.
So
me too. Yep, I also fast forwarded. So cool. All right, we'll move on from that. Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis. Taylor, where are you at, man?
Day one buy, baby.
All right, before you go, let me go to Kyle. Kyle, what was yours?
This is extremely interested, but waiting to see some reviews for me.
Waiting to see reviews? Okay. Mine on this is day one buy. This is one of the few day one buys from this show. I love Tomb Raider. I'm a huge Tomb Raider person. So we got 2 day one buys and a wait for reviews. So we'll be able to let you know, Kyle, what's going on when we get this one. I can't remember though. When does this one come out?
It comes out this year, I know.
Yeah,
but
let me take
I don't remember what the date was.
Tomb Raider.
I can talk about it while you look it up.
Yeah, go ahead.
February 12th.
February 12th.
Okay, next year then.
Cool. All right.
So yeah, this one's a day one buy for me. I won't go too long on this because I've talked about Tomb Raider a lot on this show, but definitely one of those early formative video game series for me that I love. I love that original trilogy on PlayStation 1, and love that this reboot looks like it's taking kind of all the best things I thought about the classic Tomb Raider trilogy while also kind of mixing it with some of the more newer reboot grounded stuff. And I think it seems like a really good marriage of those things. So super excited for this one. I love Laura Croft. She's such a badass character, and excited to see the kind of puzzles and platforming and action that'll be in this one. So it showed all the right things for me. She's got her dual pistols and is fighting a bear and like a dinosaur and stuff. So I'm like, I'm in there. This is going to be fun. I can't wait.
Yeah, totally agree. It does. It looks like that. It does look like a perfect balance of the originals and the reboots, the Crystal Dynamics. And Crystal Dynamics is involved. I got onto Tomb Raider from the Xbox side of things because I didn't own a PS1. And I played a little bit of them with my cousins and stuff in Oregon, and I always liked them. I thought they were cool. And I loved the Angelina Jolie movie when I was a kid. I was like a little bit older than, I guess I was like 11 or 12 when that came out, but I thought it was cool, and so it's just one of those franchises. It's kind of like I'm always going to have some level of interest in it, and I just thought this looked really cool. I thought it looked different enough from the reboots, but also not so far in the other direction to not kind of get the like my casual third person action person. I love that shit, so I'm all over this. I can't wait. It's also just, for me, a lot of the games that I will put on day ones are not just like, oh, this is one of my favorite games of all time kind of a thing. They're also like, hey, this game's probably going to be like 10 hours long.
Yeah.
It's a new game that comes out that's great, and maybe I'll have a wonderful time with it, and I want to support that kind of game. And I appreciate when games aren't going to be, 100 hours sometimes. Sometimes I want that, but I just want to play a game that is just a fun romp, and it's over in 20 hours or whatever. So can't wait for this. Kyle, you said you were waiting on reviews, right?
Yeah. Looks like a lot of fun, and especially, you make a good point. If this is one of those shorter games, then you've bumped yourself up into backlog area.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to see some more reviews and what people think about the story, right? Because that's going to be the vast majority of the value of this type of game.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it for me. But outside of that, love the Tomb Raider universe, and I love that like kind of Uncharted, which I still need to play those. I know I would have a lot of fun with those.
Oh yeah, especially because you're such a big Naughty Dog fan.
Yeah, I know.
You
Yeah,
know?
I feel like I definitely have to get that done. But yeah, again, this is just one of those things where it's like, especially as we were watching all three of these game shows like back to back, I'm like, oh god, I don't have enough time in the world to play all these games.
I know.
Like,
that's why I was being pretty
theme for all of
realistic.
these.
Yeah, I mean, when I got to the end, because I remember before we did our little like grade system where we gave a point value to each of these categories and then shared them with each other. And I saw Taylor's, and I was like, okay, yeah, I saw where his number. And then I did mine, and I was like, oh my god, I feel like I'm hating everything. Mine was so much lower, but I was very realistic here about what I would actually play. So Tomb Raider, definitely one of the higher ones so far. The Lost Wild, Taylor, where were you at with this one? Just do give me your score, and then I'll come back to you for the walkthrough.
Okay, yeah, this is a day one buy for me.
Day one buy for Lost Wild. Okay, Kyle.
This is a highly interested again, but I'm waiting to see reviews.
Yeah, I had wait on reviews as well. Taylor, take it away, man. The Lost Wild, you're pumped.
Yeah, this looks awesome. This looks like kind of like what I would imagine a newer, less campy Dino Crisis would be. For those that don't know, Dino Crisis was a PS1 game that was kind of like a survival horror game, but it was like with dinosaurs. So imagine like taking like Jurassic Park and like kind of giving it a little bit more of a horror twist to it. So this looks awesome. This looks a little less action oriented than like what I would expect a Dino Crisis remake to be like, but seems like there's a lot of emphasis on like silently, like stealthily crouching around dinosaurs. And I don't know. I just think that sounds like an awesome idea. I mean, I should say also too, I'm a massive Jurassic Park fan. So anything with dinosaurs and like a pseudo horror context is really interesting to me. So excited to learn more about this one. It looks awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Kyle, you said you were super interested as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, again, this is really teetering on. I don't need to see much more, and this is going to become on my backlog for sure. Because, you know, like you, Taylor, I've always grown up being just a really big dinosaur nerd. When I was a kid, especially, it's just like any sort of show or documentary of some kind that was like about dinosaurs, I was watching that shit like 100%. And just like this is actually one of the more memorable trailers I felt like I watched throughout all of the game shows, because just that opening shot of that really cool scene of the T-Rex kind of peeking through the woods and that like kind of creepy eeriness, it immediately captured my attention. I'm like, okay, what is this? You know? So yes, definitely I need to see some more reviews about like what the story is like. Again, I know it's kind of a repeating theme, but again, this is another game that's really hinged on making sure that the story is good, because everything about it, the artwork, the aesthetic, the vibe about it is definitely on point and something I'd have a lot of fun playing. But if the story's not very good, I would probably put down the controller pretty quickly. So,
yeah, that makes sense. I had it waiting on reviews partially because there's a Jurassic Park game too that seems like it's going to be really similar. It's called like Jurassic Park Survival or Survivor or whatever, and it's literally looks like Alien Isolation in Jurassic Park. And it's so there's two of these now. There's one that's not Jurassic Park, and there's one that is,
which is weird because like I've been begging for a game like that for forever. So
yeah, so I'm just sort of like, all right, I don't know how many of these I want to play necessarily. So I kind of want to just wait and see. Like if this game comes out and it's like 6s, I'm like, you know, I only have so much time. Like I don't need to play like an okay survival horror dinosaur game. And I just couldn't really tell that much from this. But yeah, if everyone's like, this game is great, then I'll definitely put it on the backlog and bump it up pretty high because it definitely looks cool.
Yeah, the vibes are there.
Yeah, absolutely. Phantom Blade Zero. Taylor, where are you at, man?
Phantom Blade Zero, I'm kind of in a waiting for review period on this one. Not that what we've seen of it hasn't looked good, but I don't know. I feel like I'm getting a little bit of Souls fatigue, so I just kind of have to wait and see how it stacks up to some of the competition.
Yeah, gotta get that completely. Kyle?
Yeah, I mean, this is a zero interest for me. Not much to say about it, but I don't even play Souls-like games, and I should. And
Like
I
you
already
mean like
have.
the actual Souls games? Yeah.
Yeah. And I already have fatigue of these games. I'm kind of getting over the whole. It's kind of getting old. The whole like, let's make this like really super hard combat game that like maybe doesn't have a whole lot of context to the story type situation. And I'm like, you can miss me with that, guys.
Yeah, especially when there's like an active king of that. It's just like everyone's like taking shots at the king and no one can really quite get there, it seems like.
Yeah.
I have no interest in this as well. I actually had interest in this when they first showed it. I don't know that I'm having a hard time telling if it's a Souls like or if it's more like these more traditional third person like move the camera around Japanese action games like Stellar Blade. I know that's a Korean game, but like traditionally Japanese, sort of like with like combos and stuff, almost like a fighting game built into a third person run around. I don't know what the name of that genre is. It's older than Souls genre. But either way, I've now seen like 5 trailers for this game in the last like 3 years. They show it at every event, and I'm just sort of like, just shit or get off the pot. Like, how many times do we need to see this game? The first one, the very first trailer from like a Game of the Year award show like 2 years ago, it looked pretty cool and unique and interesting. But now that I've seen it 5 or 6 times and there's really no new information, and I can't tell any more than I did the first 9 times I saw it, I'm just like, I'm kind of like,
yeah, they keep showing the same like black clad guy just doing a bunch of
it's like, I don't know what this is anymore. Yeah, so I'm just like, I've kind of lost interest. Dune Awakening, Taylor, where you at?
Not exactly interested in this one. I already have owned it and have played it before, so it's a good game, but not something I would like rush out to get.
For sure.
I think even for Dune fans.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Kyle, how about you?
Yeah, I think I'm waiting to see reviews, but I'm also kind of confused on like, I'm not even really sure what we were watching there for Dune Awakening. So I'm like, isn't this game already out, or is this just saying it's officially released?
It's like it's
a
like
console port.
It's a console port / like they're releasing like a single player mode because it's sort of like a survivor game or whatever, like a resource build kind of game. I have no interest in this. Hey, I'm all about this universe, especially the cinematic version.
For sure.
You want to go make a AAA like Naughty Dog or Santa Monica levels or some something along those lines. Maybe go give Dune to fucking Sucker Punch or something. Like I'm all about that, but like this looks kind of cheapy, lower budget, MMO-ish, Survivor-ish. I'm just like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Dynasty Warriors 3 Complete Edition Remastered. I'm just going to say no interest. Taylor?
No interest.
No interest. Okay. Kyle,
yeah,
no interest?
That's a no for me.
I'm going to assume that's a no for me, dog.
Thanks, Randy.
Yeah, right. Oh, man. Onimusha Way of the Sword. Taylor, where are you at here?
This one I'm going to do waiting for review. Onimusha is a pretty legendary series for PlayStation, or kind of has some history, but I never personally got into any of the Onimusha games, so I know that there's been kind of a resurgence to kind of bring them back, but this is kind of one where I'll wait for reviews, and even then I'm probably more so going to be playing the earlier ones before this one. So
right,
yeah,
agreed. Yeah, I get that. Kyle, this
one is actually pretty interesting, and it's definitely, I'm on the same boat as Taylor, waiting to see some reviews. This is not typically the type of game that I'd be interested in, but I was definitely pretty interested in like where the story was going in the small video that we got to watch. So yeah, I'd like to see some reviews, and if the story ends up being pretty good, because the main character, he just seems like, I definitely like the main character and like what we saw of him. So I'd like to see more about it for sure.
Yeah, I remember this is waiting for reviews for me as well. I remember seeing the when they revealed this game, I believe it was last year, the combat looked so good, so fun. They actually had gameplay, and it looks sick. And then there are some podcast hosts that I listen to that were discussing the fact that it's like basically like a melee Japanese Resident Evil kind of is like the original Onimusha. It's kind of like that's kind of the way it was, like it controlled like Resident Evil, and it was sort of kind of scary but also actiony. And you're a samurai fighting zombies. And they since re-released it, and they released it with like better, like more modern controls. So I'm definitely interested, surprisingly, but I want to wait for reviews. And if they're just incredible, then like you said, Taylor, I kind of want to go back and play the re-releases to kind of run through it, because I am sort of interested in Capcom. It's hard to just deny Capcom right now. Like every game they're releasing is just so good that I just have faith in them. The quality, their bar of quality is not missed in years now. So it's just like automatic. It's like Capcom. If it's not something directly that I just don't like, I'm at least somewhat interested. Silent Hill Townfall. Taylor.
This one's going to be direct to backlog for me. Mostly because I feel like we're getting a lot of Silent Hill games right now, and I finished the remake of 2 and really, really liked it. And then Silent Hill F came out last year, and I also heard it was very, very good. So I feel like I'm kind of falling behind, but also at the same time with Silent Hill, I feel like they're kind of overexposing themselves a little bit. It seems like we've gotten one for like the last couple years pretty steadily. So I'll probably want to play F before this one, but I think if this one's really, really good, which I think it will be, it's going to be a direct to backlog for me.
Very cool. Kyle?
Yeah, this one's waiting for reviews, but I will say out of the like, I hate to group these together, but the Silent Hill and Resident Evil like stories that I've seen so far, this is the one that I feel most connected to, I guess, in a sense. So definitely the one I'm like most interested in playing. Like if I'm going to start playing these type of games, this is the one I might start with. So I'm highly interested, and I want to see what the reviews are like, but I definitely like the premise of the story so far. And looking forward to seeing some more about it.
Yeah, this is direct to backlog for me. I'm putting the whole fucking franchise in direct to backlog because I know they're remaking the first game as well with Bloober Team. So I'm just like, at this point, I'm still catching up with Resident Evil. I'm on 8 right now. By the time I get to 8 and then 9, and all the other games I want to play, it's like I'm almost like going to do maybe if they're all really good, if Townfall is good, and then Bloober Team kills it with the remake of 1, I'll just go back and I'll start with the remake of 1 and then 2 and then F and then Townfall and do the exact same thing I'm doing Resident Evil. So direct to backlog, I'm sold. These games look sick. I just don't want to jump on in the middle. I don't want to start with 2. I'm just going to wait for them to remake 1 and then begin the franchise. That's kind of my plan with that. So way down on the backlog, but 100% interested. Ace Combat 8, Wings of Thieves. Taylor?
I think for this one, I'm going to do kind of waiting on reviews, mostly because this kind of seems like it could be a pretty cool series. I just don't know how involved or grounded or realistic the combat is. Like, if the learning curve for these games is super steep and it would take a while to get kind of used to like the dogfighting and stuff, then probably not for me. But I've always been kind of passively interested in Ace Combat. It just kind of depends on, like I said, how intuitive the gameplay it is, or how much of a simulation, I guess it is, rather than like how fun and arcadey it is. So I have to do a little bit more research on it.
Yeah, absolutely. And my dogs are about to lose their shit, so Kyle, take it away.
This one is of no interest for me, so I can't really I can't really chip in anymore. It looks good though. I will give it credit. It looks good. I just can't see myself playing a game like that, to be honest, for very long.
Also, it seems like it's got a story, and if you're going to have a story and you're going to put an 8 in your game, I'm like, oh, I'm not jumping on an 8 game. Yeah, I'm good. I'm not interested in that. Stuntman Hollywood, hold on, write-in alert. Let me go back here. Whoop, whoop.
I know who this is.
Lord of the Cream wrote in. And Lord of the Cream Lord, I've divided your write-in into 2 parts. I'm only reading the first half. And I'm going to read the whole kind of PlayStation. He's got a kind of a take on PlayStation, a few games there. So he said Stuntman was the one that really surprised me. That was one of my favorite PS2 games, and I got extremely excited to see it's returning. He goes on to talk about a couple other games that we'll read about real quick. Gundam Rogue Orbit also looks pretty cool. Mick Gordon is composing the music, so you know I'm all over that. It sounded pretty metal. Tomb Raider Remake is probably at the top of my most anticipated list. I'm glad to see the franchise return to its more over-the-top escapism action hero tropes. That will be a day one purchase for me, as well as Wolverine. So there's kind of his PlayStation take. It opened up with Stuntman, so I thought that'd be a good time to bring that in. Yeah, man, I totally agree with Tomb Raider and Wolverine for the most part. So hell yeah. All right, Taylor, Stuntman, Hollywood.
Not interested in this one. Don't really have a history with the series.
Jordan, we fucking hate you, dude. Just so you know.
Every game Jordan likes,
we think your taste in games fucking sucks.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Kyle, how about you let me know what's your interest level in Stuntman Hollywood?
I'm so sorry. I could not care less about this game.
No interest for me. Here's the thing. It looks awesome, and what Jordan is saying about Stuntman, I've heard a lot. Like, people are just like, oh my god, I played this with my brother or my friend when we were kids. I'm so excited to see it back. Totally get it. It looks fun and bombastic. It's just, I've got so many games. I got to be realistic. I'm not going to play Stuntman Hollywood. Unless, I guess it's just like, if it's like the game of the generation, then maybe you could convince me. Taylor's laughing down there. He's put it on mute though, but I outed it.
I was on mute.
Oh, okay. I was just like, I'm going to out you.
Man. Stuntman, game of the generation.
And Jordan, I'm kidding. Your taste in games does not suck. I'm just playing up the fact that we always seem to just shit on your favorite stuff for some reason. No interest, unfortunately, but I did see and feel a lot of surprise and fun and interest in this game, and I'm very excited for fans of that original game. Taylor, where are you at?
I think for this one, I'm direct to backlog on it. Looks really, really cool. Looks like the graphics are absolutely disgusting, in the best way possible. Like, I just think the level of gore, I don't think I've ever seen a game do for this. I've never, they've shown this game a couple times now, and I haven't really got a sense of like what the story is or like what it's about, but it looks cool enough. So this one I'm kind of like direct to backlog, but also like waiting on reviews. If it's just like a pretty tech demo with not a whole lot of substance, then I don't know if I'll end up picking it up, but it looks like it could be a good time.
For sure. Kyle?
Yeah, this is a waiting to see reviews, actually.
Really? Are you you're feeling the horror games a little bit more than before?
Mm-hmm.
This looks... There is a lot of work put into the character models and the action in the game, right? Because I'm actually, it's funny, you guys even brought it up, I was watching the video again over here on the side, and I'm just really impressed with the artwork and the like character motion. It looks very realistic and disgusting and brutal, and so it's hard for me not to respect it. Now, granted, this game is going to terrify me, most likely. And so, likewise, Taylor, this game better not scare me just to scare me. This needs to have a good story, otherwise I'm not going to do this.
I don't subject myself to this.
I don't know if you heard any of the dialogue, but every time a character opened their mouth, I was like, oh, God, this is horrible. It like pissed me off. It was pissing me off every time a character spoke in this game. Yeah. I hate it when people write dialogue that is so bad that they like doing it on purpose. I've heard this around. They're like, oh yeah, it's like a B movie. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, you're going to waste all of this art and like incredible technology and like combination of technology and art, and then have people being like, whoa, I can't believe what I just saw back there, man. I was like, oh God. So I'm waiting on reviews for this because I love horror games, and it looks sick, literally and figuratively.
It's making me ill.
It's making me ill. I'm very curious as to like what's going on in this world, but holy shit, the dialogue was so bad. Can
I bring up something about this game that I just kind of realized?
What's that?
What are the chances that ILL are Roman numerals?
It could be. What would that mean? What number would that be though? I'm
I don't know.
terrible.
I don't know I don't know what L is off the top of my head.
L's like what, 50, 40?
Ill is not a valid number in Roman numerals.
But that violates from like the Super Bowl.
The L is,
but ILL is not.
ILL
violates the subtraction rule where only certain base 10 values can be used to subtract from a number.
Well, there goes my theory.
There goes your
Maybe
theory.
It's backwards.
Good theory, though. Good theory. Yeah, we'll see. Waiting on reviews. If you guys, if one or both of you play it and you're like, no, the story's actually decent, some of the dialogue's spotty, but overall you'll like it, then I'll jump in.
Well, it's not going to be me. That's probably going to be Taylor.
It doesn't have to be great either. I'm not saying it has to be Last of Us, but like if every time there's dialogue, I'm feeling like kidney pain, I can't. I'm not playing.
Kidney pain.
Dude, I'm just like I can't handle that. I can't. I think that's why I've always struggled with a lot of like anime stuff too, because the like bringing it over into English is
fair.
Okay, so Control Resonant. Where Taylor? Where are you on this one? Because you're probably the only one I don't know the rating for.
Yeah, this one is direct to backlog for me. We've talked about it before, but I love this little kind of Remedy universe that they're creating, but I'm so far behind on a lot of the games in it. So once we start getting going with some of these experience points, maybe we get through Alan Wake, we get through Control, then I'll have a little bit more interest. I will say though, as much as this does look very, very good, I'm getting a little sick of seeing it. So
yeah,
I kind of want them to just kind of come out and do the thing.
I actually fast forwarded through this, but not because of the no interest. Kyle, I think I know where you're at this, but Kyle.
Yeah, I mean, give me this shit right now, actually.
Yeah.
And same with Taylor. I know you're going to say it, Ian, but I could have done without all of this. In fact, we saw it twice in two different game shows. I'm like, no, like you had me at the first one.
Yeah. So I'll just add to that. Day one for me as well. I love Remedy. I love Remedy's games. I think Remedy has gotten better with every single game they've made throughout their entire history. They've improved every time. Control is one of the most unique, memorable games I've ever played in my entire life. And the universe is so cool and surreal. I'm just all about it. The third person action is so good. I will just say the reason that we keep seeing this is because they hired a guy from, I think he's from EA. I can't remember his name, but basically the issue with Remedy is that their games don't sell equivalent to the quality that they produce. And it's because a lot of people don't know they exist. So like for whatever reason, like Control won Game of the Year for like a ton of different major websites and publications in 2019, and Alan Wake 2 won Game of the Year of several, and it was like 9s out of 10s, and they didn't sell well. They sold slowly. They're slow burners. They ended up making money on Control over like 6 years, but they just don't hit. People just don't know they exist for some reason. So I think the reason we keep seeing it is because some of the new people in charge at Remedy are like, we are not getting stomped on by these bigger games. We're going
not for lack
want
of
people
trying.
to know we exist. We're going to be at PlayStation. We're going to be at Xbox. We're going to be everywhere. We want everyone to see us. So I'm not worried about it. But as soon as I saw it, I'm like, I don't want to see anything. These games, like especially Control and Alan Wake, are all about like the mystery and the what the fuck is happening, kind of like Stephen King. Just you don't know what is going on until the very end, but you keep getting little pieces, and you just keep going. I don't want to see something I shouldn't, so I just skipped right through it. I'm like, I'm already buying this the day it comes out.
Honestly, it's like you could have came out with like a 5-second video of like Control Resident. It's Control but with melee weapons. Cool, I'm in. I'll buy it.
Yeah, I know, and they're adding like RPG mechanics as well. Dude, I'm so down. I don't need to see it. We don't even need to talk about it. It's like it's probably. I would say I might be forgetting something, but I think this is probably ranked like number 2 for like how like my excitement rank for sure of all the games shown at all 3 shows. Okay, RuneScape Dragon Wilds. Be a no for me, dog. Taylor?
Not interested in this one as much as I love RuneScape. It's also still early access, and I don't like supporting early access. So
yeah, for sure. Complete.
No interest.
Kyle, no interest. Yeah.
Yeah, but respect to RuneScape though. That's a big chunk of my childhood. So
yeah, absolutely.
But it was my childhood, and it's now 2026.
Until Dawn 2, kind of one of the only surprises from the state of play, I think. Taylor?
Yeah, this one actually I think is going to be. Where did I have this one at? Sorry, I have to consult my thing. Direct to backlog.
Okay.
Siri.
I actually wouldn't have been interested in this one, or at least would have had to have. Wait, what?
What?
It's like Siri. Where did I put it Until Dawn 2?
Where is it on the list, Jarvis?
Dude, without
Bring up my
context, I'm
list.
like, dude, I think Kyle just had a stroke.
Well, I didn't want to fully. I was like, this is not funny enough for me to just be like, actually, Taylor, stop talking.
Dude,
I'm making a joke.
the sunspot in his eye, just like Siri.
Dude, it's brutal. It's been like slowly creeping across.
It's to your left eye now. Sorry, Taylor, to cut you off.
No, you're good. So yeah, this one I probably would have been like either waiting for a sale or not interested in. But very recently, I started playing Detroit Become Human, and I'm really, really having fun with it. So it's really helps me to get back into these kind of Quantic Dream-esque, story-based, like interactive movie sort of experiences. So Anna really likes Until Dawn 1, so I think we'll play that together at some point, and then we'll play this eventually too. So
yeah, Kyle?
Yeah, this one's going to be a no interest for me, but I really respect the franchise and the games. It's just one of those things where there's so much going on.
You have so much, yeah, for sure. Honestly, I feel like it would be fun sometime to like. Until Dawn is not very long. You could just come over sometime, like in October, and we could hammer this out in like a weekend. It's
like watching
short.
a show or something. Yeah,
for sure. And I would just let you make. I would just have you. I'd give you the controller, and you could just make all of the choices. It's a really fun game to play with, like a group of people who are into it. I would say I am waiting for reviews on this. I love the original Until Dawn. Apparently, they like remastered it for PS5, and it was like a disaster. I guess it was like performance was horrible and it was like shit. But I played it on PS4 and I absolutely loved it. I love these kind of like cinematic, story driven. The reason I love them is because the choice and consequence is real. It's not like it's not window dressing, but the game always ends at the same place. Like you could play this game 3 times and have totally different characters come out the other end of it. And it's like a totally different ending. So I think that's super cool. I love how you can pull all the strings, but this isn't the same developer. So, it's different. I don't know if there's anyone from Supermassive that came over to this Firesprite team maybe and is working on it. But as far as I'm concerned, it's someone else at the helm. And so I'm waiting for reviews to see that it's good because I could totally see this game coming out and get like a 5, If it comes out and it gets great reviews, I'll pick it up because these are fun, easy games. I think Alicia would enjoy watching me play through this, and they're really cool, interesting games. So we'll see how it does. All right, last one. God of War Laufey. Taylor, where are you at?
Day one buy.
Day one buy for Taylor. Okay, I can't wait to have this conversation. Okay, before you start, Kyle, where are you at?
This is on my backlog.
Backlog? Direct to backlog as well. All right. Go ahead, Taylor. Start us off, Mr. Day One over here.
Yeah, no, super excited about this particular game. I know there's been a lot of annoying noise online about this one, but I am so excited.
Oh,
and the reason why I'm so excited is because
not fuckable enough. Anyway,
you're right.
Go ahead. That's
which is crazy because like the actress who plays her is like extremely attractive. I don't know.
But she doesn't have any makeup on and she's got too many clothes.
She's dirty from getting thrown on the ground.
She's dirty and not in the ways that I need it.
Yeah. So it's just crazy, man. I don't want to give a lot of that stupid conversation.
No, fuck those people. I don't either.
Yeah.
But I'm super excited for this game. I think it's just the kind of change up that this series needs, and in the best way possible. I played God of War Ragnarok the year it came out, and while I thought it was good, I actually thought that the story wasn't super well written, and also I was kind of a little bit sick of playing as Kratos a little bit, if you can believe it. Um, just a lot of weird gameplay decisions in that one, and I thought it made for kind of like a weird sequel to what I thought was probably one of the best games of the generation in that original 2018 God of War remake slash reboot. So this one is kind of exactly as advertised. I know that Faye has been talked about quite a bit in Ragnarok, and even previous to that. So this kind of seemed like the logical next place for the series to go. I much rather would play as her than Atreus too. So I'm glad that they're kind of staving the Atreus part of it off for a while. But this looks good. I mean, some of the writing in the trailer falls a little bit flat. It's trying a little bit too hard to be a little bit too quippy and whatnot. But I think that this could be really fun, and the emphasis on kind of aerial combat, I think, could be really, really interesting. So yeah, Lofay is definitely a day one buy for me.
Very cool. Hell yeah, Kyle.
The only reason why this is backlog is because I've been so stagnant on finishing the second one. Outside of that, if I actually had to rank it, I'm way more excited to play this than to finish the second one. And the only reason why I'm going to finish the second one is so that I can play this, because this game, in my opinion, it looks great. I'm super excited for a new main character that isn't Atreus.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was definitely getting fatigue, and I don't know, we could have a more in-depth conversation about the second God of War, but I don't know how to pinpoint what happened there, but I somehow just lost interest in playing. It felt really repetitive. And so this is exactly what they needed to do. So, kudos to them to like switching gears and switching over to Faye, because I'm really excited to start playing this now.
Yeah. Kyle, we're the same human sometimes. Exact same thing with just like I want to go through and play God of War Ragnarok. It's one of those things where it just didn't quite meet like the level that I was expecting it to be story wise. It just sort of felt pointless. Like that was kind of my thing with it, and I was like, I kind of want to just go back and start it over again before Laufey comes out. To your point, Taylor, that was the thing for me. I think it kind of dropped the direct backlog. It's not just the God of War Ragnarok piece of it, but I'm also just like, I'm going to play this no matter what. Kind of what I was saying about Wolverine, where it's like, I really want to play every major Sony exclusive, because I just like to, that's the reason I have the console, right? That's what I said earlier. So that stays true here. I was definitely a little turned off by some of the dialogue. What did she say? Like, oh, you're a cube and your name is Frank. He's like, my name's Frank. Yeah. I don't like this. I'm so sick of this shit, dude. Like, I hope that it's serious. I hope the game takes itself seriously. I hope this fucking cube isn't making fun of how nerdy this all is the whole time. If you can believe it, there's like bull guys called over here. What are they called? Minotaurs. Oh, or like, oh God. If it's like that throughout the whole game, like, I'm so done with this shit. Like, I can't handle it. Like, please take this shit seriously. God of War 2018 is so brutally serious. There's little bits of humor, right? You get the bits of humor. There's nothing wrong with humor in and of itself, but like, please take the characters seriously. Please take the world seriously. Earn that music, the whoa, whoa, whoa. I want to have the emotional resonance. A little bit of laughing every now and then is great, but I just like, if it's just like joking the whole time and like making fun of the fact that Frank is a cube, I'm gonna have a rough time with this one. But I thought the gameplay looked sick. I love the idea of playing as like a faster, more agile, dodging kind of character that's, and like you said, Taylor, up in the air and all that. I thought the gameplay looked pretty cool. My reservations are more on the story and dialogue part of things. But I'm still going to play it, and Deborah Ann Woll is awesome. She's a great actress.
Yeah, she is.
So very excited to see that. It's, I don't want to judge the quippiness just a couple minutes. Maybe that's just part of it. So we just got to hope.
Right.
All right. That's State of Play,
wait.
guys.
I think there's actually 2 more here.
There are? That was the last thing of the show. Which ones did we miss?
No Rest for the Wicked, I believe, was shown.
Oh, I thought that was Summer Games Fest.
State of Play, that's what I got here.
Because I wrote 1 second.
And I'm pretty sure Marathon Season 2 was shown, right?
Yeah, it's funny, in my document here, I was like, I didn't put it in any category because I was
Marathon.
like, we're already playing it. So
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was
day one.
Right.
Well, that's what I was going to say, is because that's why it was funny when we were ranking these. I looked back and afterwards I was like, actually, I guess I wasn't super impressed by State of Play when I look at it, because I only had 2 that was day ones, and one of them I'm already playing and Marathon Season 2. I mean, that was an easy day one for me. I literally did it. So, but yeah, No Rest for the Wicked, I believe, was in there.
Weird. Oh, you're right. Totally is. It was between Dynasty Warriors and Onimusha. And it was a no interest for me.
Yeah, it's no interest for me,
no
but
interest.
I thought
Kyle's over here like, no, wait a
Stop the
fucking
show.
minute.
I just wanted us to say
appreciate
something
that.
about it.
I'm glad
Keep
you
us
did.
honest.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. In fact, if you realize that I skip one on accident, just let me know, because I will definitely come back. Cool. All right, let's we're making pretty good time. Let's jump into Summer Games Fest. Jeff Keighley returns.
Jeff Keighley's birthday, as people have been calling it.
Jeff Keighley's birthday.
Have you guys been hearing that? Like
No.
Jeff Keighley's birthday party?
No, that's hilarious. Dude. All right, here we go. This game opens up with just like a kind of a small indie project. It's called Resident Evil Veronica.
Not familiar.
Taylor, do I need to ask you?
Day one buy.
Okay.
You already know.
Kyle?
What did I put for this? Oh, yeah. Well,
Siri? bring
I'd
it up.
assume no interest is what you would
yeah,
say.
that's a no interest for me.
Yeah, dude, I don't blame you. Like, it's an entire franchise of games. You don't really like scary games all that much. And it's in the, like, it takes place like in the middle of the, you're not offending any of us.
Yeah.
This is either, for me, this is kind of like one of my only cheat answers. If I'm fully caught up on the franchise by this time, and I know it takes place after like 4 or whatever, if I'm fully caught up, it's day one. If I'm not, it's direct backlog, but I'm 100% playing this. It looks fucking awesome. I want to go back and play Resident Evil 2 again as Claire, because it's the same. It's Claire Redfield in this game, right?
Yep, that's correct.
Pardon me. Taylor, take it away.
Yeah, day one buy for me. Kind of nice to finally have some confirmation with this one too. I know that there's been a lot of speculation from the Resident Evil fandom on like what is happening next. Like, I know obviously we're gonna get, we have 9 with Requiem. I'm sure they'll have a 10 at some point. Resident Evil X, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
And so people were like, are they going to remake 1? Are they going to do Code Veronica? Are we going to get like a reimagining of 5? So this is kind of nice to get some confirmation on it. So it was kind of one of those ones where like as soon as I saw the RE engine, like I was like, oh, this is Resident Evil, like 100%. So I'm excited for this one too, because it's actually one of the few original Resident Evil games I've never played. So
Oh,
cool.
the original Code Veronica was on PS2, and I don't know anything about it other than the fact that Claire is in it, and I think Chris is also in it too. So
Yeah.
we get both Redfield.
That's her brother,
siblings.
right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Yeah, dude, it was funny because when I was watching it, I didn't know I was watching it live or afterward. I was watching kind of like a smoosh version of the Summer Games Fest. I didn't see a lot of the interstitial like stage stuff, but I was watching this and I didn't know what it was yet, and I was like, okay, kind of looks first person, whatever. And the game's actually not going to be in first person. I don't know if you saw all that, but
Yeah,
as soon as it's like, okay, she got into the apartment with the old lady, I was like, it kind of feels Resident Evil. But it's like, I don't know. I don't know enough yet to really know. It could be anything. A lot of things look like Resident Evil. When she picked up whatever, I can't remember, it was like a book or something on the table, and she was holding it, and she was like looking at it like
Flipping
this. I was like, oh,
yeah.
this is Resident Evil. This is Resident Evil for sure. And then when they did at the end, I was like, oh, that's sick. Because like Veronica's one of the ones I never. Code Veronica is a game I never played, obviously in the franchise, and the fact that they're remaking it. This is like this whole situation is such a dream. Like when I was a kid, I didn't like horror games and I didn't have PlayStations. It's like grown up, I love horror games. I have PlayStation. Well, Resident Evil's everywhere now, and like they literally just remade all the games, and they're better in some way. And some people would say they're even better, and they're modern, and I love them. They're so good, and it's been so cool to just play, just chronologically through almost the entire series, and they just keep doing it. I'm just like, give me more. I'm down, all about it. What a great way to open the show.
Agreed.
Great trailer.
Oh, super cool trailer. Cuphead announcement. What a fun announcement this was. Just like the puppets and stuff was so cool. Taylor, where are you at with Cuphead sequel?
I think this one's a direct to backlog one for me. I remember playing the original Cuphead when it came out. I never ended up finishing it. It's a brutally difficult game, but I love the art style. I love what it has to offer, and I love that mighty Cuphead Adventures thing that they're showing too. Looks like almost like Mario Brothers 3-esque kind of reimagining. So
yeah,
this one I'll play eventually, but not immediately.
Kyle,
that's a no for me.
It's a no for you. Yeah, I'm somewhere between no and not even really waiting, because I know it's going to get great reviews. This is like one of those games where it's like, I'll probably buy it because I'm just like, you guys are so amazing. And the whole game is hand drawn. It's like,
that's
and
crazy.
Hand animated. I mean, they're just incredible. They're like feats of art. And so I'll probably buy it and play it for like a few hours, get frustrated because it's really difficult, and never play it again. That's what I did with Cuphead. And I do not regret my purchase. Like, that's just one of my weird, like, I want to vote with my wallet kind of like, you guys are incredible talents, and I want to make sure you can just keep making this stuff because no one else is doing anything like this. And so it's like, here's $30, man. Like, keep doing it. You guys are awesome. We'll see you next time. So it's kind of no interest, but these games are incredible, and I'm super excited to see what it looks like because it's just something else. Then another indie, Alien something. This show was pretty crazy. Alien Isolation 2 drops here. Taylor, where are you at?
Day one buy.
Kyle, how are you feeling about this one?
I mean, in the history of my life, I think
you're not going to offend me.
No. This might be the first purely horror game that I've ever said that's a day one buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't blame you, dude. I mean, I'm just thinking about it's the exact same creative director.
Mm-hmm.
He's been at Creative Assembly this whole time, working on Total War. Like, he was the one who spearheaded and convinced people to let him make an Alien game, and it's him again. It's the same people. So for me, it's like, yeah, this is, if there was a level above day one buy, it's like, I'm going to take a day of PTO so I can get this thing and play it all night and then sleep in the next day. Like, I don't want to see anything more from this personally. Like, I don't need to see
We really didn't even see anything.
No, and see, so the one thing about these trailers and stuff is like, I was seeing afterward, there's like gameplay of a lot of stuff. People got to play a 30-minute segment. This game is already playable in a 30-minute segment, which to me says like probably quite a bit further along than I even thought.
Right, you'd hope.
Maybe early 28 or something like that. I was expecting this to be way off. So, day one looks absolutely incredible. Apparently, it's going to be a new protagonist, new everything. So, I'm curious to see how it connects back. I want them to at least tell me what happened, how Amanda gets back to Earth.
Right?
But yeah, 100%. Just like, I couldn't believe it. It was the only thing I will say is I was slightly bummed because they already did the teaser announcement when they had the door open up and they showed the save phone in that 10-second video or whatever that they released like a month before this. And now knowing that they had like a whole bunch of like a whole trailer, like, why did you? I would have been even much more excited if this just like blindsided me out of like nowhere that this was happening. But yeah, day one, absolutely. Jen Atlas, Taylor.
This one is direct to backlog for me. Yeah.
Okay. Kyle?
This is I'm very curious. I need to see more. But yeah, I want to see some more reviews. I just want to say, as I was watching the trailer, I was definitely getting some like heavy Dune vibes here. The sounds,
Yeah.
the like style of machinery and stuff, really really cool. The scale is pretty impressive. So very interested, but need to see more.
Yeah. Waiting on reviews for me. The only game I've ever played by Ueda is Shadow of the Colossus, and I actually didn't finish it. So I want to go back and play and finish. That's on my backlog. The Blue Point Games remake of Shadow of the Colossus. So it's like this is like not at the top, but I know this guy is like a visionary, and he makes kind of legendary games that are sort of divisive. So I'm going to wait to see what people say, what it's like, what it does, what it is, and then I'll make a decision from there. Taylor, you said direct to backlog, so you have every intention of picking this one up.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, Ian, I'm a definite big Ueda fan, mostly for Shadow of the Colossus. I actually haven't played any of his other games, but
Yeah,
Shadow of
same.
the Colossus is like a top 25 favorite game of all time for me. Just so good. Not super long, which is great. I think you could beat it in like less than 20 hours. So really doesn't take a whole lot of time. And it's just a very like, it's kind of an art piece in a sense. And Blue Point did such a great job with the remake. This is kind of one of those ones where like, I'd like to do this eventually for a experience point at some point for Shadow of the Colossus. Because I think everybody here would get something really good out of it. But yeah, excited for this one. Ueda's at a new studio. This one looks like it's almost like Shadow of the Colossus, but like almost like with like a futuristic or almost like cyberpunk kind of twist to it. So I'm excited to play this one at some point.
Very cool. Yeah, very unique. No doubt about that. That is the signature for him. Blood Message, Taylor.
This one for me is waiting on review. Yeah.
Okay. Kyle?
This one actually made it to my backlog.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. All right, we'll come back to you here. I was with the first trailer we saw like last year of this, I was like, whoa, this looks really cool, like probably day one or backlog. This trailer bumped me down somewhere between no interest and waiting on reviews, but I'm open-minded. Kyle, let's go to you, man. You had the highest ranking on this one. You're going direct backlog. What do you feel from this? What are you seeing?
I just love the complete visceral and brutal close up, just combat, brutal kills. I love everything about that. That's kind of what stands out. You know, that's a big part of what stands out for me in The Last of Us is those like close encounter melee combats. That's the vibe that I'm getting here.
Yeah, it feels like a struggle. You know?
Yeah, I could play that type of shit all day long. So yeah, sure. I do think that the story especially could, and the characters, maybe I'm not totally sold on, but I could easily see myself not caring because this game looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, the melee combat does look sick. No doubt about it. Taylor, you said waiting on reviews, right?
Yeah, it's a waiting on review for this one too. I feel like they've showed this one previously at a different showcase, and I liked what they showed at that one better for whatever reason. I can't remember why. I will say one thing though that's kind of weirdly striking me about some of these games that they've showed in all three showcases is that like I'm getting weirdly kind of fatigued of like the like Chinese mythology.
There's a lot of
kind of background. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like there's quite a bit of it.
It's like Wolong and Blood Message,
Wu Chang, and like
Wu Chang, and what was the big one from the last I think it was last year.
Black Myth, Wukong?
Black Myth, yeah.
And then there's
lots
Beast of Reincarnation. So there's a lot of them. I feel like that.
Yeah, what's up with all this Chinese?
Well, they're finally able. Like, there's Chinese developers that can actually make games and release them outside of China, which is cool.
Yeah, and Sony is like really propping up Chinese developers, which is really cool. But
it's awesome.
For whatever reason, I'm just weirdly getting kind of like fatigued about them. So if this one comes out and it like really blows everybody away, and I think that like the combat style and the visceralness of it, Kyle, like you mentioned, could sway me. It could, jump up to the top of the list, but for right now, I'll wait on it.
This just looks like the type of game that like would just make me want to just punch somebody, you know?
Yeah, dude, I do know what you're saying. Like that's when we've talked about like The Last of Us before, like those moments where you're like that. We've talked about this a couple times in the original Last of Us when Ellie gets fucking backhand slapped by the guy in Pittsburgh when they ambush you, and then you have a chance to go like get that guy. Like you're like connected into the, you just, and then that impact, the feeling of impact is such a big deal. I remember the first trailer, like you said, Taylor's more into it. The first trailer happened and it was just kind of like the combat and the look and feel, and it looked really cool. So I was pretty high on this game, and then this trailer hit. I remember when it came out, I was like, oh, I think it's that one game, the Blood Message or whatever. I'm excited to see this. And then it was like the little kid started talking, and I was like, oh, shut the fuck up, dude. It's like this little annoying ass little kid already, just like saying stuff that kids don't say. And then the guy, he's like, he just like fucking slits this dude's throat, just opens this motherfucker. And he turns around and he's like, I am lucky you're a very good shot. And then the woman gets up and she's like, you tell, or whatever. It's like, oh, nah, no interest. I'm good. I don't care about these fucking people, dude. Give me a break. It pisses me off so much.
Oh,
I just can't.
Your impression of the lady kills me, dude.
Dude, it's like, why? Why does she have to sound like a 12-year-old?
You too.
All right. So the next one. So I'm like, I don't want to play it now. Hex. What did you think, Taylor?
Not interested in this one.
Okay, Kyle.
That is surprising to me. I have quite a bit of interest. I want to see some more. So this is definitely waiting to see some reviews. But this gave me some like, let me try to pull it up again because I'm trying to remember it. That's right. Yeah. This gave me some like weird Control vibes here. Where it's just like, what's happening in this universe? What's going on? You can't tell. It's very mysterious. There's some weird, like very advanced, but almost seems ancient technology going on. And then there's the elements of the horror where there's like these weird creatures that are here. So like definitely, I want to know what's going on here. I'm interested.
Yeah. I am definitely no interest on this. It's multiplayer, it's survival, managing thirst and body temperature and eating and all that. It's going to be annoying as hell. Love to your point, Kyle, love the art style and the mystery of it, but it's like another co-op first person survival game. Like there's just so many of these, and I just had to be realistic and be like, I just don't think I'm going to find time for this one. Unless it's like, again, honestly, any of these, unless they just change everything, kind of a thing. I'm probably good.
Especially when we got Marathon.
Exactly. Like I already have like a first person shooter co-op game. Like
I've already got a girlfriend. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. We already have a George.
We already have a George.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Taylor, I stole it right from you.
You're good.
Stranger Than Heaven, Taylor.
This one I think I'm gonna do waiting for reviews. I know it's by the same studio that does the Yakuza games, so it's kind of like a spin-off that they're doing. But I found this this announcement to be particularly weird. We'll get into it, but yeah, I don't know. I'll wait to see what people think about it first.
I'm so not interested in whatever the fuck this is, dude. I was like, dude, I actually exclaimed out loud like when Tupac came out. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, me too.
Is this a game? What am I doing? Am I rapping with Tupac, or am I walking around a Japanese city in like after post World War II or something? Like, what is this? What is it?
Yeah,
it's just like
that's the same for me. This is like no interest.
That's enough.
It was the exact same moment for me. I don't know if that's when you decided you didn't care, but like for most of it, like I can get behind, I can be okay with Snoop Dogg doing a cameo because he's kind of almost in everything in today's day and age.
Yeah.
But then the Tupac thing was like, all right, well, so like nothing fucking matters. Like what's going on?
I was like, to your point when you were saying this, that's why I was laughing. I was like, I was already thoroughly not caring, and then Tupac came out, and it was like an exclamation point of like, well, I don't care. Like, what is this?
In all capital letters.
It's like, were you confused? Well, not yet. Well, I'm still just like, I guess it's apparently it's a game of some kind. I don't know what we're doing, but. And then they interviewed Snoop Dogg, and they're like, Snoop Dogg, you have something to announce. He's like, yeah, we have game studio. We're gonna make hip hop and games and stuff
with like the most like AI slop looking logo you've ever seen.
And it was like that's your announcement. He's like, yep, that's it. Like, sweet, all right, Snoop Dogg.
You could even tell Jeff Keighley too was kind of like, okay, you know,
like, okay, yeah. Super weird. I did not know what the fuck was going on there at all. Okay, the next one, TMNT, The Last Ronin. Taylor, where are you at?
Day one by.
I figured you would be day one by. Kyle?
No interest for me.
Yeah, I have to go no interest. Platinum makes some great stuff. But this was one of the like realistic casualties where it's like I love the idea. I've heard about this like version, this like story branch of the comics, and it's pretty cool, and it's kind of dark, and this one might actually be pretty violent, I think, because I think that's kind of violent. So like I love the sort of dark, mature tone of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Is super cool. We'll see. Platinum is very up and down. They'll do like a great game, then a bad game, then a great game, then a bad game. So we'll see here. But Taylor, take it away.
Yeah, I'm super excited for this one. I've always been a TMNT fan even since was a kid. I love Turtles in Time. I love the new Shredder's Revenge that just came out. So this is a really, really cool storyline from the TMNT comics, which I'm not like really into, but the Last Ronin storyline is like an exception for that. So definitely takes the series in a more gritty in a more gritty direction. For those who don't know, it's basically about like all of the Ninja Turtles dying except for one of them, and I'll leave it as a surprise as to like I was going to say
who is it, which one.
I could say, but I think it's should be left for a reveal because they don't really reveal who it is until like the end of the story.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it's a really, really cool storyline. If anybody out there hasn't read it, it's a graphic novel that you could read in like one sitting. It's like very, very good. Less than like 100 pages or something. And it's a comic, so it's like it's not like it's going to take you forever to get through 100 pages.
Definitely not.
But yeah, a really cool action game made out of this storyline I think could be really, really good. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I you know what? Maybe I'll even say waiting for review, I guess. Just because sort of like with the Marvel stuff, like in the 90s, I loved the live action movie. Absolutely. I watched it all the time, over and over.
Jose Canseco bet?
Oh shit, dude. Yeah. Hell yeah. I absolutely love those movies, that first movie. And I watched the cartoons too when I was a kid. Like I totally liked. I had toys and stuff. Like I have a connection, enough of a connection, just not like a hardcore. But if this game comes out and it's like a really good platinum, and it's like an 8-9 level, and the story is sick, and I would definitely see myself considering like adding it to the backlog if that happens. But for now, I'm just stating no interest because it's like I've got so much to play. Mm-hmm. I missed this one. Like, I don't remember seeing this. An extremely hard game.
I don't know if I remember this one either.
It looks like a
not on my list.
Not on my list.
It looks like a mentally challenged duck at a picnic.
Oh, is this the one where they're like cover. It's like the
that
couple...
can go ahead and be a no interest for me.
Yeah, probably no interest for me too. Is this the couples one where it's like they're trying to balance the egg?
Maybe so. I didn't see it. I didn't see this one.
There were so many games in this one.
Yeah. Okay, let's get to this next one. This one I actually saw some more stuff on after, like later on, but before we recorded, obviously. So I have a little more to say on this one. Crossfire. Taylor.
This one is going to be a waiting on review for me.
Kyle?
Waiting on review, but I'm very interested in this game.
Me too. I am waiting on review as well. So we're all in the same spot here. We just need more information, right? There just wasn't that much here. All I want to say for you guys, though, is that the stuff we saw of her like climbing on the rocks and like clearly navigating the different pieces of cover is apparently actual gameplay, totally legitimate. They're trying to like reinvent the third person cover shooter with this game. Apparently it's kind of like their thing.
That was the thing that piqued my interest the most, is watching the movement. I was like, hang on a second here. This is different. This feels different. And
it looks like I didn't get any Millennial Marvel writing vibes from it too much. It seemed like it was taking itself pretty seriously. The one thing, though, I do want a little more clarity on its genre.
Yeah.
Like,
Agreed.
is this a military, like, Black Ops shooter? Is this like a horror game? Are there monsters in this game? Like, it felt sometimes like it was like something bad, like there was something a little almost maybe supernatural happening, but we couldn't quite. But they never really went there. It reminded me of the I can't remember the name of this series, the animated, like the CGI video game stuff that PlayStation had done on Amazon. And there was the one where the like squad of soldiers is in like Afghanistan or something, and they go into a cave and they end up like getting stuck in there, and there's all these like horrible creatures, and they like, it's sort of like Diablo or whatever. They like uncover a ancient god that kills them all. Do you remember that? I think we watched it together, Kyle. Pretty sure we watched it. You, me, and my dad, I think, watched it. Maybe. It was like, remember there was like a Warhammer 40K one. It was a Mega
Man one, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I can't remember.
And it kind of reminded me of that. Like, I kept waiting. I'm like, wait, is there more going on here? So I just want more information, like, on what it's about, basically.
Yeah,
but it looked really cool.
Yeah, for me, I kind of liked the mystery, but yeah, I definitely need to see more. It's one of those unfortunate things where it's like, this is a completely new IP, so I do love being surprised, but I also need a little bit more to know that this is good enough, you know?
Yep. Yeah. It's just the announcement. So no release date of any kind, coming to all the consoles, PC, everything.
Beautiful shots, too, in the
it's a really pretty looking game in general.
Looks so good. It looks so good. Control again. We're going to go right past that. Guild Wars 3, Taylor?
Yeah, this one, I kind of vacillate somewhere between like a day one buy and direct to backlog, but I'll say direct to backlog.
All right. Kyle?
Yeah, I can't do it.
Already got a George.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm not taking on another MMO. No interest whatsoever because of the fact that it's an MMO, not because I don't think it looks good. Taylor, take it away on this one for us.
Yeah, this one I think is interesting only because the MMO genre is in such a weird place right now that it's very difficult for like a newcomer to kind of come into the to kind of jump into the arena with like a World of Warcraft or like a Final Fantasy 14 and really hold their own. Funny enough, earlier this year and a little bit of last year, I played through. I didn't play through it. I played maybe 3 to 4 hours of both of them, but I played Guild Wars 1 Reforged. They did like a remaster of like the original MMO and like put it on new servers. So played a little bit of that, and then I played a little bit of Guild Wars 2, and both games felt really, really just outdated to me. MMOs I feel like are kind of have like a cutoff point. It's kind of like if you were an MMO like pre World of Warcraft, then you're probably a little bit too like archaic feeling for me to get like super into it. But if you're an MMO launched like post that time, I can usually kind of get into it a little bit better.
Sure.
So this one's just interesting to me purely upon the fact that this is a new MMO that's coming out in 2026 2027. Like, I don't know what to expect from it. Could totally revolutionize the genre, and Guild Wars has inspired a lot of other MMOs to do similar things. I know their mount system was like kind of like a big inspiration on like World of Warcraft and stuff, kind of redoing their whole mount system and their player housing. So this team has a lot of really, really good ideas. And I think if this comes out of the gate swinging, it could be like a potential really, really good game. But I think I'll probably give this a try when it comes out, but I'm just intrigued by it,
Yeah, no, I totally get that. Absolutely get it. For me, it's truly just straight up like a realism. Like, I just have to set a boundary.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. Gundam Rogue Orbit. Taylor?
Waiting on reviews, surprisingly.
No, that's not too surprising. Kyle?
Hey, hang on a second. This wasn't even on my list.
Gundam.
Oh, yeah. No, that's a no.
Yeah, it's a no for me, but Gundam is like one of the animes I watched when I was in like 3rd, 4th grade. Like when I was watching like Pokemon anime and Dragon Ball and stuff, like that was all the rage. And I loved the mechs. Like I thought they were cool. I think I even had like a couple Gundam toys because I just thought they looked so cool.
Awesome.
And Mick Gordon doing the soundtrack is super cool. But I am assuming it's going to be very obviously like anime style and just like the dialogue and stuff. And I don't know. I'm just like, we'll see. Like I'd be willing to be open-minded, but probably a no. So Taylor, what you said waiting on reviews, right? What?
Yeah. I'm a pretty big Gundam fan, but I think my only hesitation with this game is that like the Gundam IP in video games specifically are usually not well received.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is with those Gundam games that they never seem to get good scores on like just about anything.
Mm-hmm.
So while I do really love the look of this one, and I think that the like mech genre needs kind of like an influx of life brought into it. I would love to play these games if they were good. I did play through the last Armored Core game, and that was like fantastic. Like it was so good.
Yeah,
like one of my
Didn't
favorite.
FromSoft make that game?
Yeah, well, they've done Armored Core. They've done the series.
Yeah.
So it was my first Armored Core game. Not like playing them. I played like the PS2 ones, but like this is the first one I finished from front to back, and it was an excellent game. And I was like, if we could get the same kind of like mech combat and storyline from that particular game that we got in this Gundam game, I'm all for it. But the series just does not have a very good reputation as it relates to video games, so it's definite wait for a sale.
Wait for review. Cool, makes sense. Star Wars Galactic Racer. Taylor?
Day one buy.
Kyle?
Dude, can I just say it was already a day one buy, and this was surprisingly, this is one of those situations where it's like I didn't need to see anything else, but I'm glad I did.
Dude.
Because those elements of seeing the story behind it, I was like, I am so freaking excited for this game.
I know.
Because that's what we were talking about.
And they put like pod racing in too, because like
yes,
the Galactic Racer thing had sort of it looked like it was like, well, we're not really this is later on, and pod racers maybe are not, but it looks like you could do the whole like Boon to Eve, and yeah, day one. I mean, if I have $160 on October 6th, it's day one. It might be backlog for 2 weeks while I wait for payday, because there's only one other game that's also coming out on October 6th. It's 100% at day one. So I'll have to save up some money to make sure that I can just buy both of these games. Maybe I'll pre-order one earlier and then buy the other. So day one for me as well, for sure. I mean, I don't even know how much we need to say, right? Like, ooh, is it, hopefully it's crossplay, because it would be fun to like play this online. And
it would be.
So
yeah, that was the only thing that I felt like in the previous trailers that we didn't get to see. I was like, the only thing that I would need to see is the story looking like, are they going to make a cool story behind it? Nailed it on this trailer. We don't need to see anything else. Just give me the game.
That was enough. But to see pod racing too, like full on a bunch of the pod racers from the original, from Phantom Menace and from the game,
right?
Like even more of a sell. Like I'm somehow more interested than I was. And like you said, Kyle, we were already at day one. So yeah, absolutely day one for all of us. Virtua Fighter, Taylor.
This one's gonna be probably waiting on reviews. Kind of like I mentioned with Marvel Tokon. I'm a big fighting game fan, and this does look cool, but I think I'd rather get into like that or Tekken or Street Fighter first before I ever get into Virtua Fighter. So, but we'll see. Maybe if it like blows people away, then maybe.
Okay, Kyle. No,
I'm going to surprise you guys. No, I'm going to surprise you guys here. I do not like fighting games, and this was one where I was like, I want to see more, but I'm very interested in this game.
Okay.
I
Those
love
look cool.
I love the element of like this isn't like your standard like tournament style like select your character and then get into a tournament fight. This feels like more of a like you're actually
You're
playing characters in a story and then you're fighting and combating, in between those moments. I'm all for it. This gives me like old school like Bruce Lee like like martial arts like movie style vibes. So I'm actually pretty interested in seeing what this is all about.
Yeah, I feel like NetherRealm kind of showed the industry that people like the story in the fighting game, and everyone's doing it now. So hell yeah. Waiting on review / no interest for me. I can't. This wasn't quite enough for me to know if I really want to dive in. So if you guys both play it,
Yeah.
Taylor, did you have? I want to hear what you have to say. Kind of maybe you'll convince me.
Yeah, I'm kind of right in that same boat with you, Ian. I'm sort of on a rating for review, but Kyle, if you end up playing it, man, and you like absolutely love it, and you think the story is worth it, like I'm
you could convince
more
me
than
to
happy
do it.
to bump it up. Like,
Yeah.
That's the selling point to me, because again, just a standard just fighting game, I'm not interested. But like if I'm playing like a character in a cool story and he happens to be like a really good fighter and that's part of the story, then I'm all on board. That would be fun.
Cool. Okay. I'm skipping RuneScape because it was already in the last one. 1666 Amsterdam. Taylor?
this one is going to be direct to backlog for me.
Oh, shit. Okay. Kyle?
I want to see some reviews, but also pretty interested in this. This has got a pretty cool vibe to it.
Yeah. I'm on waiting for reviews for this. I saw there's like a full demo, like not a playable demo, but like a gameplay demo that came out later. It was like 20 minutes long and I watched it. Looks a little rough maybe, but it's a small team. So I don't want to take it away from them. It's being helmed by the original creator of Assassin's Creed, which is pretty cool. Peter Desolé, I think.
Patrice.
Patrice, thank you. So I'm interested, but the gameplay I saw of it, I was like, I'm actually not sure, but it wasn't enough for to really make that decision. What do you think, Taylor?
Yeah, I think that the Assassin's Creed director connection, I think, was what interested me.
Yeah.
I just think that sounds like it's coming from a really good pedigree. It seems like a really cool IP. I just love the art style too. Very like Bloodborne, Victorian era Gothic stuff. So yeah.
Witchcraft, kind of dark blood magic stuff. I mean, very cool. I'm all about. Apparently, it goes back and forth between like modern day and this. So interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, I'm kind of waiting. I need a little more info. Saw Genesis multiplayer horror game. Taylor, what do you think?
Not interested in this one.
Kyle? 0 as well for me.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, I cannot say enough about how much I don't care about the Saw movies.
I know.
And you made
the
a game.
first one was like I don't really love the like just torture for torture or like gore for gore's sake kind of stuff. Like I'm fine with some of that if it serves a larger story and doesn't roll into gratuity. I think the Saw is all about gratuity, which is fine if people like that. It's just not my thing. And the first Saw movie when it came out, like I remember not wanting to watch any of them. I watched the first one. I was like, that's actually pretty good. Like it was a unique idea and plot. And it actually isn't that crazy compared to what happens later on.
Yeah.
Apparently. So, but I'm good. Like I have no interest in Saw. I don't know. When I watched the compressed version, I feel like it was missing one or two things. I did not see Lords of the Fallen 2 trailer somehow. Taylor, where are you at on Lord of the Fallen 2?
I'm on waiting for review, I think.
Okay. Kyle?
No. Yeah, that's I didn't even have it on my list, but I know about the first one, and so no.
Yeah, I'm no interest as well. I still need to play Elden Ring, which is like one of the great games ever made, and I don't need to be playing like 7 out of 10 versions of Elden Ring when I still have Elden Ring to play.
True.
So I'm just like, I need to be realistic. I've got bigger, better things to do. But it does, from what I'm seeing here, it looks pretty sick. If people like these games, totally get why they'd be excited. This will be interesting. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. Blood of Dawnwalker. I think we all know where we're at here. Taylor.
Day one by.
Kyle.
That one's going to be backlog, but it's very high up there for me.
Okay, I thought you were going to be day one, given that it's like, you know, a bunch of the former director of Witcher and everything. I thought you'd be day one. I'm day one on this. The fact that they showed him in like modern days kind of pissed me off. I was like, what?
Yeah.
No. I don't want to play modern day. Please do not do that. It's sort of like the original Assassin's Creed when they like tried to hide that, and everyone was like, "Oh man, this game looks sick. It's in the Crusades," and they played the game, and then it like pulls you out, and you go to the modern day. I ended up liking some of that stuff, but I don't know. I am so sold on this game. I mean, it is everything I want from video games. This is a day one buy, and that was kind of weird, and I really wish I hadn't seen that, to be honest.
Yeah.
What do you think, Taylor?
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you there. I think it was kind of a weird thing to see for sure. I actually didn't remember that part of it until you brought it up just now, because I remember it struck me as kind of weird in the trailer, but I also feel like I'm kind of at a point with Blood of Dawnwalker where I'm like, I've seen all I want to see from it, so I kind of glazed over the trailer a little bit, and I was like, cool, looks good, I'm still in. But yeah, that
it just
little
feels like a huge
tidbit.
spoiler. I'm like, okay, so he survives, like,
Right.
you know? Yeah, I that felt really weird, but man, I mean, I'm so sold on this. This is like probably my most anticipated game of this year, or close or tied for first at least.
Yeah, this is for me. I'm really sold on it. I think I'm as hyped as you guys are. It's just one of those situations where when I think about buying day one, it's, you know, this is a new IP, and at the end of the day, as great as it looks, it is a new IP. So it's going to sit back for a little bit, but of course there is a very high possibility of this that we're talking about a Witcher 3 situation.
Yeah, I mean, so many of the people who made Witcher 3 are left CD Projekt Red to go found this studio. So like,
Right.
I feel pretty confident, but you know, I totally get that. Totally get that.
Like, I'm going to play this game. I have no doubt about it.
I just feel like I spend so much time being like, man, I want new things. Like, I really want to be there for something that hits everything I want, and it's also something different and not a sequel, even though I love sequels too. I like both, but I'm just excited to see that's like a truly new game from a brand new studio. Just cannot wait. Star Wars Zero Company, Taylor.
This is a day one buy.
It's a day one buy, man. Okay, Kyle.
Only on the backlog just because I got so much shit to play, but very excited to play this game. Very excited.
I'm waiting on reviews for this one, I think, after seeing that. So I'm excited. So we have the whole gamut here. Taylor, you're day one buy. So
Yeah.
How about you start us off on this?
I have an idea of what bothered you.
Yeah, I thought this looked really good. I love the idea of having a Star Wars company built upon kind of like the XCOM sort of style of gameplay. So it was kind of one of those games where, like, as soon as I heard the pitch for it, I was like, oh, yeah, I'll definitely play that. And I haven't played any of the XCOM games, so I played kind of games that are very similar to it. Like I played Gears Tactics and stuff like that, which have a very kind of similar feel. So this sounds fun. I like that it's Star Wars. I like that it's set in the Clone Wars, which I think is really cool too. The little showing of Anakin Skywalker at the end was kind of interesting. So I think it could be cool. So I'll be in as long as it seems like it's getting a good reception. But I think even then I might be down to play it and check it out.
Yeah, definitely. Kyle, you said direct to backlog, right?
Yeah, but very excited to play it. I have played the XCOM games. Similarly, I've played Wasteland. You guys know that I'm a big fan of Divinity games. I'm currently playing through Baldur's Gate 3. I am all for it when you've got, um, a good game that is like a turn-based style game. I love playing those styles of game. They're definitely like kind of like the way that I love to like wind down if I feel like I'm stressed or anything like that. It's like ideal game is playing that or a Total War game or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Could be
super
a good
excited to
Steam
play
Deck
it.
game.
Yes,
Good handheld.
exactly.
Oh yeah,
It did get a little weird. I'm not, and I feel like maybe this is one of the key points that turned you off. The Anakin cameo thing. All right,
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
that was getting weird. It's like
I almost hate Star Wars as much as I love it. Sometimes. It just can't get out of its own fucking way, dude.
It was like the Macaulay Culkin like cameo, and it's just like, oh,
It's like, oh, okay,
no.
so you don't have any confidence in this as a game, then cool. Good
Yeah.
There's multiple things for me here. The XCOM thing, I love the idea of these games. I have played XCOM. I played Gears Tactics. I always bounce off of them. But not to the point where I'm like, oh, I don't like these. I just, for some reason, I have a hard time like really sticking with them and like getting through the challenge curve, like the difficulty curves of them. Like I feel like I just get wiped or something, and I'm like, oh man, oh that's tough. Like I'll have to go back and get better, and then I just never go back. It's like that's kind of what happens to me. So I'm just being a little realistic with how. Like, I don't know that I want to spend $70 on a game that I might not really stick with at first. So I kind of want to see what you guys say. And if it's just absolutely killer, then I'm about it. I love seeing like the fact that it's going to be nice and story heavy. I think it's cool that they made a nod toward the fact that there are still characters who can just die, which is a big part of these games. And I think that's super cool. I really want to go back and play Gears Tactics. I love the idea of using this style of game with bigger IP is super cool. And this feels like a genre that's like waiting to grab me. It just hasn't yet, but I'm going to keep going at it because there's something I know that I'm going to like. And then the Anakin thing was just a huge eye roll. Just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
God, this is ridiculous. Okay. Among Us on Guard. Among Us. I kind of forgot Among Us was a thing. Taylor?
Yeah, not interested.
Cool. Kyle?
I mean, if like a friend invites me on Discord to play or something, I might join them. But no, sure. Not interested.
Yeah, I'm good. Monster Hunter Wilds Ascendance expansion. Taylor?
This one is direct to backlog.
Oh shit! Okay, it's pretty high. Kyle,
I can't.
No,
I've tried Monster Hunter. I can't do it.
I can't do it either. But Taylor, direct to backlog. That's. I wasn't sure if you'd played. I can't remember how much time you put into Wilds, but what looked like it looks like an expansion to Wilds. Looks like it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, I'm a big Monster Hunter fan. I put a little bit of time into Wilds, probably like about 10 hours or so, and it's definitely not the same caliber of game that Monster Hunter World was, but I think there was enough there to get excited about, and usually Monster Hunter DLC is pretty good. From what I've seen, it usually kind of expands upon the original game in a way that like almost kind of makes it better. So along with a lot of like the enhancements and new content, there's also changes to the base game to make it, quality of life improvements or
love that stuff. Yeah,
things here and there. So I think that it'll be the same thing with this, since Wilds wasn't exactly received as warmly as Monster Hunter World was. So I'm excited to hop into this one at some point, but I could vacillate also between this and like kind of a waiting for sale as well. Because if it comes out and it's like $40, I don't know if I'll like be ready to jump on it just right then and there. But like a $20 sweet spot, I think would be like perfect for me.
Yeah, I could see that. They're obviously like really high quality games. I'm like I have a problem as a human. I think it's like my fault with like just kind of the style. I think for me is really all it is. Just like someone who's like 140 pounds carrying a sword that's like the size of my house. I'm just like, it just sort of just, I'm just like, yeah, it's cool. Like the fact that someone drew this is amazing, but like, that's about it. Hot Wheels Infinite Rush. I just a no for me, dog. Taylor?
No, for me as well.
Kyle?
Yeah, you kind of. It's not my age bracket.
Yeah. I mean, I have no issue. Just like Monster Hunter, I've got no problems with them at all. It's just not for me. Attack on Titan 3. What is like a Musou, I think?
Yeah.
Style game? Like a big fighting everything?
That's correct.
I don't know like anything about Attack on Titan other than like a little tiny bit I've seen. I'm passing on this one. Taylor?
Yeah, I'm passing on this one too. Usually anime games, like based on the actual like anime where they try to follow the story of it, aren't super well received. So we'll say no on this one.
Okay. And Kyle?
No, and like
I figured.
I'm looking at the trailer again and I'm like, I just don't know what's happening here.
Yeah.
Like what is this universe? You remember?
I would say just watch the show because the show is amazing.
I've heard the show's absolutely
Who's this
incredible.
main boss that's like a giant
that's like
rib cage? I don't know what's happening right now.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of, I mean, to be fair, I'm not going to hold that against it because it's clearly for fans of the people who know what's going on. So,
Yeah.
like, they're not trying to talk to you. They're like, hey, you like Attack on Titan? Check out this game.
Right.
Like, if we watch the show, we would know what's happening. I think is the point of that. Wolf Among Us 2 and The Wolf Among Us Remastered. Taylor?
This is direct to backlog for me.
Very cool. Very cool. Kyle?
I don't even know why I put this waiting for more reviews because the only reason why I did that was because I'm like, I don't have enough time to play it. So if that's the case, I don't need to wait for more reviews because I know the game's going to be good. They always do really well with these games. So the reality is I'm probably not going to play it. So I just real time moved it to not interested.
For sure. No, I got you. This one for me is like if the second one is as beloved as the original, the original is actually one of the few Telltale games that I missed out on during their heyday. I think I played like the first episode maybe. For whatever reason, I loved Walking Dead. I liked even some of the ones that weren't as well liked. Like the Game of Thrones one was good. The Batman was I like these sort of just play through them. They're easy. You can beat them in like a day. You know, if you had a day off, you can beat them in like 5 hours. You know, it's just like so if the second one is like 9-10 just like the original was, then I would actually be willing to put both of them on my backlog and like maybe pick up a bundle on sale or something. So it's kind of dependent on how 2 is received. So I'm going for waiting on review. Taylor, have you played the original?
No, I haven't, but I've heard a lot of really good things about it.
Yeah.
Kind of similar to what I was talking about with Until Dawn. It's kind of like playing Detroit Become Human has like really made me want to go back and play some of these kind of interactive movie style, heavy narrative sort of games like this. So I remember people saying that like, you know, Wolf Among Us was kind of like Telltale's like crown jewel. You know, it was like their claim to fame and what got them all of those other IP that were kind of like soon to follow for that. So I think the first one I would definitely play, and this one, even if it doesn't quite live up to the first one, I'd be down to check this one out too. So
yeah, very cool. Street Fighter 6 Year 4. Taylor?
Direct to backlog. Yeah.
Kyle?
Is this not just a DLC with just 4 new characters?
I think
Yes,
it is. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah. So
All
I mean,
right,
I'm
so,
passing.
like-
I haven't played it anyways, but Taylor, you're gonna grab this one at some point.
Yeah, I think so. I already have the deluxe edition for Street Fighter 6, so
Oh hell yeah!
I'm gonna get all these characters, which is nice, and I love that Tifa's in the game. I think that's
So it's
awesome.
technically a day one for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess
you
that's
already
true.
have it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you've already paid for it.
You know,
right.
I just want to say, when was the last time they came out with a DLC?
I want to say like 2 or 3 months ago.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair. Because the way it was stated was like, because I'm obviously not in the Street Fighter universe a whole lot, so the way it was like stated, like year 4 DLC, I'm like, this is what you did all year, was drop 4 new characters.
Yeah, true enough.
Like what? But if it's like every few months they come out with stuff, then cool. Yeah, but and again, I don't have Street Fighter 6, so how could I be interested in this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Stellar Blade Blood Rain. Taylor?
This one I'm gonna probably do waiting for review.
Okay. All right. Kyle?
I didn't play the first one, and yeah, can't say that I'm into it. Yeah, I also have a pet peeve about it because the first one was like there was a lot of hype for the game, but then you realize that it's because the main character is like really hot, and that was like weird to me. So I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like Stellar Blade is apparently actually a really good game. Like it's not just that, and I don't. If the developers want to make a hot character, that's fine with me. I don't really care. I don't like the inverse reaction when I don't like it when people are like, she's not hot enough. I think that's the thing I don't like.
No, I just mean like
that's the thing it doesn't.
Some of the I've seen clips of it and like it's definitely intentional. Some of the camera angles are like very like here's her ass, and
totally,
I'm like, all right,
sure.
all right,
yeah. I mean, I agree. Like for me, I guess the point I'm trying to make is that like I'm not out here being like this game shouldn't exist or like you shouldn't have a sexualized character ever.
Sure.
Like I'm fine with it if that's what you're setting out to do. Fine. I lose interest because to me it's sort of like it's not serious. Like you're trying to tell me this is a soldier and she's wearing like lingerie. It's kind of a joke to me. This one looked cool for a second before I saw her and like saw what it was. It was like the cyberpunk cityscape looked fucking sick and I was kind of about it. And then they're like, do you like 12-year-olds that look like 25-year-olds?
Dude,
like,
that's
not really.
That's the real weird part for me, man.
Well, this
Yeah,
kind
that
of made me
was
feel
really
uncomfortable.
That whole thing was uncomfortable. And then as soon as she pulled out her like mechanical fist arm and it like started doing superpower stuff, I started fast forwarding. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just not my thing. Like it's not your thing. I'm good. It was disappointing though because the first 30 seconds were like, whoa, what is this?
Yeah. Well, similar to like God of War 2, I feel like there's been a lot of discourse about this one online too. That's pretty fucking toxic and gross. So
agreed completely.
It's almost like I liked what I saw from the gameplay. Like I thought the gameplay could be really, really cool and like fast and fun. But just a lot of weirdos online, man. And like and I don't really like more so what the game represents. You know what I mean?
Yes. Like that's the point I'm trying to make because
like if I want to play like a souped up action game with like a hot female protagonist, like there's so many of those already that are probably better, like Bayonetta and stuff, and she doesn't look like she's like 12. So
it made me feel a little uncomfortable because she looks so young. Like I said, do what you want. Like I'm not over here, but I also just feel like I totally agree. It's a weird game.
Those people are weird that we're talking about that subsection of society, and that's why I'm like just upon principle, like I can't play this game because the developers are aware of that and they're playing into it, and that's weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Yeah, and they're very loud. They're extremely loud.
Yeah,
which is annoying. And then this is a huge, I mean, objectively massive show closer. Final Fantasy VII Revelation, the next piece of the remake of what is one of the great role-playing games of all time. And it's coming out early next year. So pretty big deal. Taylor?
This is direct to backlog for me.
Okay, not a day one. I was thinking this might be day one. We'll have you explain that in a moment. Kyle?
Sorry.
Yeah, no apologies required.
I missed the Final Fantasy train.
So did I. And I don't even know if I'd want to be on the train anyway. Right? So that's
you don't know if you want a ticket just yet.
But I mean, I know how beloved these games are and these characters are, and it looks beautiful. Totally get the excitement, pumped for everyone who just can't wait. So Taylor, take us away, and we'll close out the second of 3 shows.
I actually have like 7 more games in here.
Oh, really? Shit, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm on this list. All right. Well, we'll talk about this.
But
and then
please close it out. Yeah.
Yeah, so for Final Fantasy VII, this is going to go direct to backlog for me, and the only reason being is because the only game I've played of Final Fantasy VII Remake is the first one that came out. And then after I finished it, I really, really liked it, but I was like, depending on how many parts this ends up getting split into,
Yeah.
I'd almost rather just wait until the whole thing is done and then they come out with like a complete edition or
Yeah,
whatever.
some cool
So I can
physical
just
edition too with like all of them.
right, like I could just play it front to back then at that point. And I didn't end up playing Rebirth, which is part 2, despite like it getting like amazing reviews. So I think I'm just waiting on this one until, like I said, they come out with a complete edition that's got all 3 games thrown into one, because then I can just take like 60 hours or whatever it is and just play through it, because it's an amazing story and an amazing remake, with so much care and love and thought put into it, that I think it's kind of one of those games that strikes me as one that I just want to play all the way through and just really like fully immerse myself. So it would be a day one buy if not for that. But
Cool. Yeah, it makes total sense. And so, Kyle, yeah, I see what you're saying here because I have a written list and there's a few in here that for some reason weren't on this one.
One I definitely wanted to talk about was Clutch.
Yeah,
yes.
I see that one. Go ahead and start us off with that, Kyle.
This one is waiting to see more reviews, but very interested. And this is very similar to Virtua Fighter Crossroads in the sense of I don't typically really enjoy playing racing games. But again, this is another scenario where this is about like a specific character telling a specific story of a character who happens to be a Formula One racer, from what I can tell, and has some other sort of stuff that's going on in the background and has some life problems that is hitting him. The story seems really cool. The characters seem pretty cool and relatable. So very intrigued by this, and I want to see some more about it.
Yeah, Taylor, where are you at on that one?
This one I'm more on a waiting for sale for. Funny enough, I've been like addicted to Forza Horizon 6 lately, so this comes from the same developers who used to work on it. But I don't think it's my kind of racing. I much prefer like kind of street race, kind of like initial
different
D
kinds of
stuff.
cars and like
apparently there is street racing in this, by the way.
Okay, well that definitely makes me more interested.
Like from the story that I saw in the trailer is that he's a Formula One racer, but also apparently is like, I don't know if he needs money or something, but he like gets in contact with some lady who's a bad influence, and all of a sudden he's like street racing on the side.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, that could be a lot more interesting then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go no interest just because like again it's more of a realism one, or like am I really gonna play this among everything else just on this list alone, let alone what I already have in my backlog. If it is on the backlog, it's gonna be so far down there that it might as well not be. What else do we have?
I think technically 007 was in here, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't, maybe, but I mean, it's already out, so.
Yeah, it's already out. We don't really need to talk about it. And then one I did want to talk about
Pal World?
Yeah, Pal World, who cares? Unless you do, Taylor.
No, I don't.
Okay.
0, okay.
And then I wanted to talk about Hitman World of Assassination, because what the hell was that? Do you guys remember this? The Wiz Khalifa game?
Oh, yeah, the DLC. Yeah. I do remember this.
you okay, after this, you need to go watch it, because
I didn't see that.
This is Hitman meets Wiz Khalifa the rapper. What are we doing here?
Okay.
Dude, they did the same thing with Eminem like a year ago or so.
Oh my gosh.
What is with all these rappers going into these games? Like,
I don't know, actually.
And he's like a UFC fighter. It's weird.
Huh. Okay.
It confused me.
The point, I think, is that they create like a whole like sandbox level like based around that character, and you have to like assassinate him. So like I remember in the Eminem one, I thought it was kind of interesting because it was like Slim Shady is separate from Eminem, and like you have different missions where you have to like assassinate both of them. So it's kind of goofy, but interesting.
Did we go over Sonic?
No, I don't remember seeing Sonic either, but it's a no interest.
Sonic Racing Crossworlds and Pico Park. And then who cares about this? This is one of the ones I was talking about earlier, but Fortnite Chapter 7 Season 3.
Okay, cool. Let's not. We're already 2 hours into this thing. We got a whole other show to do. I don't care about any of these things.
Wait, one last one. End of Abyss. Did you guys remember that one?
End of Abyss.
I don't
Yes.
remember.
This one actually looks
yeah.
interesting.
Dude,
Yeah.
this is like This is like a dude. I don't know why that's not on the list here.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm missing a bunch of them too.
End of Abyss, man. Yeah, this is like direct to backlog, potentially day one, dude.
Yeah,
like this looks fucking awesome.
It looks great.
this
This
game
one
looks
is
sick.
I need to see more. So this is more
Also,
reviews
wait
for me.
review.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, wait to review, direct to backlog ish kind of in there for me because this looks awesome.
Yeah.
Love the look, love the art style, love the kind of horror action combo. Yeah. Okay. Good call out, man. I don't know why.
Mhm.
I don't know why all these lists I'm looking at didn't have everything on there. That's annoying. But hell yeah. Okay. Cool. Any other ones that we missed?
Armistice and The Last Harbor. But both of those were no interest for me.
Okay. I'm just gonna say I don't.
Yeah,
know.
I don't remember them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. We got one more show to go through, and then we'll wrap it up here. The Xbox Showcase. This was my favorite showcase, even though when I was watching it, I was like, I don't know, like I felt like I was missing something, and I do still think that, but then I did the math of like all the things, like how many you're interested in. I was like, God damn, it's a lot of stuff I'm interested in. So it's kind of a weird combo. They opened up with Gears of War E-Day. Taylor, where are you at here?
Day one by.
Kyle,
That one's on a backlog for me.
backlog. It's 4-player co-op though.
I know that. Okay, backlog, but like if you guys are like all doing it, then
Dude,
I'd probably join.
This is day
will
one.
be.
This game looks absolutely
Yeah.
fucking incredible.
Yeah.
This looks like everything. Dude, I like Gears 4 and 5, but holy shit, like this feels like they're like, hey, we remember what made Gears great and we're bringing it back. And it's like a great place for people to jump on because it's a prequel. They're going to get into a little bit more of the lore without getting too lore heavy. And to see the Locust attack for the first time and you're in this huge city, and the game comes with this massive horde mode with like multiple teams so you could like the three of us, and then we can play with like other people on this huge map, and we have to like coordinate our defenses. I mean, so much going on here. This game looks absolutely incredible, feature packed, totally beautiful, fully destructible environments. I can't. I'm just counting the fucking hours, man. That's how I feel about this one.
Yeah.
Taylor, you said you're day one as well.
Yeah, this looks awesome, man. Gears of War has always been kind of one of those series that like I've really wanted to get into. I've kind of technically been into them since the 360, but I only ever really played the multiplayer with like my buddies back then, and never played through the story.
So good.
This will be a good jumping off point to like really kind of get into the series in general. And this was such a good showing. I was like,
if you guys have a good time with this, like if you want to, and the cool thing, Kyle, is like if you don't want to spend $70, if you want to do like 1 month of Game Pass Ultimate for $23, you'll have access to this game.
I think I already have that.
Oh, really? Okay. I don't have.
Ever since they reduced the prices, I think I got.
Oh, sweet! So you'll have access.
Right? What's the ultimate price?
$22.99
or something like that.
Oh yeah,
Like $23.99 or whatever.
I jumped back on after they reduced the price because I kind of want to show them that.
Same.
That's
Yeah,
what you should.
I did not because I'm just gonna buy. I'm buying this game. Like I don't. The whole like Xbox fans don't buy games thing. I'm like nah. I'm good. I have the mid-level Game Pass to just sort of access the indies and like experiment with stuff I might not otherwise play. But I'm buying this thing. I can't wait. I'm so excited. This is like it's like Christmas in October for me. It looks like what Gears of 1 looked like in my head when in 2006. And if you guys dig this, like I'm gonna want to keep playing all the other games with
Me too.
So then this show, man. Then they had the Fable trailer, which was the Haley Atwell kind of like basically like here's our villain. Really cool monologue that was nice and serious, which a lot of Fable has kind of some goofiness to it, purposely. So it was kind of cool to see a little bit more of the other side of this. Taylor, where are you at for Fable in February?
I'm a day one buy on this one.
Kyle?
This is on my backlog, and it's high though. There's just some other ones that I know for sure are my day ones that are going to get in the way of it. But I know that I have to play this game, so it's a very high backlog.
Very cool. Day one for me, absolutely. Taylor, kick us off on this.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. Pretty much ever since they showed that extended gameplay trailer for Fable a couple months back or 6 months back or whatever it was, I was kind of sold at that point. I was like, I don't really need to see a ton more about this. I'll be in there day one. But really nice to get kind of a closer look at the villain of the game. It sounds like there will be some interesting interplay with all the different characters and stuff. So I'm excited for this one, man. Not a ton to say more about it. I'm already pretty sold. So should be fun.
Yeah, this trailer was good. And then the 30-minute gameplay reveal, this game is big enough to where I was like, I'd like to see a little more. And the 30-minute gameplay they just released the same day, I think, was like, wow. I mean, I was just really, really thoroughly impressed. They are going all out. This game the combat looks good. The whole like live another life system with all the life sim stuff and the owning businesses and like the way all these different regions have like multiple different thoughts about you and the ways that you can manipulate that world, and just looks so cool. 100% a day one buy. Yeah. Halo can't. Oh, the other thing about the Gears, you guys, console exclusive. So it'll release on
big
PC. So Asha, that changed 100 days ago. Apparently, that was apparently one of her first moves. Once she kind of took a look at everything. So just very, very quickly, I know we're already pretty running a little long here, but what do you guys think about that? Kyle, let's start with you. Exclusive, man. No PS5. They pulled it from PS5. And they're trying to come out of the grave and fight.
Good. I think they needed to make a stance. I'm loving the direction that Xbox is taking now. We've talked about it. We know it's going to be an uphill battle because when you try to get into the exclusive battlefields, you're taking on the colossal giant of PlayStation, and that's an uphill battle. But you've got to stand your ground at some point and make a stand. And Gears is the way to do it for sure. Yeah,
absolutely. Taylor, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, for me, it's all about you have to compete in this arena. And I think that like Sony running wild with exclusives, I think is bad for the industry. I think if they're the only ones doing it, I think it makes the industry worse overall. So I'm liking this fight. I'm liking this confidence that I feel like they're kind of showing in Gears E-Day. It kind of sounds like to me, like this decision getting reversed kind of shows a lot of confidence in me, being like, this game is going to do really, really well critically, and it's going to give you a reason to have our box. And for the people who already have one, it's going to justify your purchase. And I'm all about that. So I'm really, really excited about that. And hopefully more to follow. I think that they have to get some solid wins under their belt first. I think like probably you'll start to see people slowly kind of make their way over to Xbox as they start to get like 4 or 5 exclusives under the belt that are all like really, really solid. So it's definitely going to be an uphill climb, but like I like to see this fight from them. So I hope they continue to do it, honestly, even though it doesn't make the most business sense for them. I think it's something that could help revitalize the platform. Yeah,
long term, maybe right off the bat they're not making sales, but I mean, you could make that same argument for Sony. I mean, if Sony put Last of Us on everything, they would make more money, but that's not really, it's not that simple, right? So like it's weird because it's like cheering for exclusives like feels sort of fanboyish, but it's not. It truly is. It's what makes something a thing that's different from the other things. Like
you got to have competition.
You got to have everything. You can put it on it if you and it just felt like the soul of like the soul of the brand was just going to go away, and it was going to become Microsoft Gaming, and they were going to be a third-party publisher. So I love it. Try it. Push it. Let's go. I'm excited.
Especially after we saw the real side effects of the opposite side of that, right? Of not really taking a stance on exclusives and just allowing everybody to be able to play everything, we ended up with $30 a month on Game Pass Ultimate, and nobody liked it, right? It's like,
everybody, they lost a bunch of subscribers and growth and stuff. So yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, very interesting. I thought it was pretty cool. I didn't expect that. It sounds like things are going to get rough before they get better still. Like massive layoffs are around the corner again for Xbox, and things are going to be a little, like the news is going to be a little less hot. So I feel like they wanted to come out and win some points here because things are about to go back down for a little bit. So we'll see what happens. The next one was Halo Campaign Evolved with a drop on a July 28th launch date. Taylor, where are you at here?
Day one by.
Kyle?
this is going to be a backlog for me.
Backlog. All right. Day one for sure for me. This looked absolutely fucking incredible. I'm so excited for this. Taylor, jump in, man. You're day one.
Yeah, excited for this one, man. I thought that the campaign evolved looks awesome. Unreal Engine looks excellent on Halo, so I'm excited. I still kind of lament the fact that this won't have multiplayer with it, just because I think you could have had a really special moment kind of playing like Coagulation or Blood Gulch with, a bunch of people again. So might have been cool to see that again, but that initial Halo Combat Evolved campaign is just so good. So I'm excited to play through this one.
Yeah, I remember feeling a little not sure about where this was going to be, how interested I was, or like, are they going to do it right? But again, kind of more stuff. They dropped like a 20-something minute full playthrough of Assault on the Control Room. And I was like, it's Halo. Like I don't feel like they are fucking it up. And it looks really good and it sounds incredible. And I'm going to be there. I cannot wait
to see the flood,
dude. I know. Apparently they're scary as fuck.
Can't wait.
Is what I'm hearing. It is
be awesome.
Quite it is. Kyle, let's hear your thoughts. Backlog, man. So you're definitely going to play this.
Yeah, definitely going to play it. I mean, it's Halo, right? But for me, what I love about Halo has never really been about the campaign. So the fact that we don't have multiplayer there definitely changes that for me. I would be curious. So, I mean, how much is it? Just 2-player co-op on the story mode? Or are they doing co-op on it all?
4-player, up to 4.
Okay, well,
co-op.
so again, this is similar to Gears. If you guys are doing it, I'm doing it. So that could easily be a day one for me. So
I love the story. The Halo stories are the first 3, man. The stories are so good. Those are some of the best.
I don't mean to discredit this.
Time.
Yeah, I don't mean to discredit the story modes. It's just not really. I was just so into multiplayer for the game that I never really touched the campaigns too much.
Wait, so you haven't played the campaigns of Halo?
Not all the way through. No.
What the fuck? Seriously?
Yeah.
Holy shit! That should be like number one thing. Those are like the greatest first-person shooter campaigns ever. Like,
we'll get to them.
Hell yeah, dude! I did not know that. I had no idea about that.
Maybe this one could be the first. I know we have a lot of experience point lined up, but
yeah.
Resonance: A Plague Tale Legacy. Taylor.
Day one by,
dude. You were liking the Xbox showcase so far.
Loved it.
How about you, Kyle?
My favorite by far, like you said. So,
dude, if I had already played the other 2, this would be a day one buy, right? So, one of those games that I know I have to get on. We all listen to Maddie quite a bit, and he talks about it all the time. That A Plague Tale Requiem was his game of the year for that year, and that was over. What game was it? I think he was. What was it over? Like
might have been
Baldur's
Metaphor.
I think it was like over Baldur's Gate 3 that actually won.
Maybe it was.
I think, which is a crazy statement to make, right? I hear so much good stuff about this IP. And the trailer looks so good. They're definitely taking a different approach with the combat style there and the gameplay. So this one looks really good, and now I'm like even more upset that I haven't played the first 2.
Yeah, this is direct to backlog for me only because I played the first one. Absolutely adore the first one. It is so good. And I just have not been able to get to the second one yet. Every intention of doing so. And this is coming out so soon. I'll try, but with like September looking the way it is and the games I'm hoping to play before then and stuff, like I just have a feeling that I'm not going to be able to get to it right when it comes out. But like day one by levels of excitement, but I'm probably going to have to put it at the top of a backlog. So I got to play. I know this is like a prequel, but I don't care. I want to play 2 first, and then this one. So looks great. Love these games. Excited to see. This feels like a little bit like when they were going. It's like this sort of feels like they're gonna. This is like they're gonna accidentally let the plague that you're dealing with in the first 2 games out. It's kind of what it feels like to me. Like they're going after what they think is a treasure, and it ends up being this disease or something like that. Persona 4 Revival, Taylor.
Day one by.
Day one. God, this man knocking them out.
Dude, they had banger after banger on this one.
Kyle.
I definitely need to see more, of course. And I don't even know if that really makes too much of a difference, but I will be honest that over time, the more that I've seen about Persona, I'm becoming more and more interested about playing it.
Nice, dude. Well, there you go. Maybe that could be the project that Taylor and Craig.
Yeah, don't tell Craig I said
turn
that.
you on to. Yeah, hey, well, yeah, true enough.
They're just too long for you guys. I think it's like
no interest in this one.
Minimum like a 70, 80 hour game.
Yikes.
Yeah, it could be.
They are very good, but
it could be 10 hours, and I don't think I would be interested. But Taylor, take it away, man. I want to hear what your thoughts are on this.
Yeah, man, this game looks beautiful. I played this game back on the PS Vita, Persona 4 Golden. They had kind of like their souped up edition of it on Vita, and I got like 3/4 of the way through it. I was like almost done with it, but I got to this boss fight that just like totally filtered me. Like it was like kind of one of those things where it was really, really difficult, and I knew it was going to take a lot of grinding to get to the spot where I'd be able to beat this boss. And the grinding in Persona is not like it's not really super difficult, but the thing is if like you make choices all the way up through like a month of like game time or whatever until you get to the final boss, if you do something wrong, it does require you to go back several days and kind of like redo those sections. So I kind of got to a point where I was a little bit screwed with it, and I was like, well, I kind of ended up dropping it. But this remake looks awesome. Whatever new engine they put this on just absolutely pops. I love the yellow color scheme. Yeah. Really, really great cast of characters. That was one thing I remember from this one. And it's arguably like a lot of people's favorite Persona game. I know it's Craig's favorite. So cool. This is going to be a day one buy for me.
Hell yeah. And then right after that, they announced Persona 6 being in development. They didn't give a whole lot of details, but they just wanted everyone to know they're working on it. Taylor, day one buy?
Day one buy.
Oh, man. Kyle, probably kind of the same answer to Persona 4, I would imagine. Yeah. Very cool.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, that's awesome. I would love to hear your thoughts on any of the Persona games that you tried out, Kyle. Yeah, well, I mean, I remember that was like definitely having my like industry hat on, being like, "Damn, that is huge that they had Persona 6." Looked like it was a little darker,
Yeah, it seems like it's like, definitely darker. The green is like an interesting, like each Persona game has kind of like a different little color scheme for it. Like I think 3 was blue, 4 is yellow, 5 was red, so this one's green. Very interesting. Not a whole lot to go on. Probably a couple ways away still, but looks good.
Yeah. State of Decay 3. Taylor, where are you at?
This one I put on waiting for review.
Kyle?
No, I don't think so. I can't.
Can't do it.
Yeah, I know that they sounds like they're really good games, but there's just so many great games. So.
Totally get that. Yeah, I'm kind of with you, Kyle. Somewhere between no interest and like waiting. Like Taylor, if you loved it, and Jordan or like somebody else was playing it, and you guys just absolutely loved it, and you wanted me to hop on, I would consider doing it because I like you said, Kyle, they're great games. I've heard nothing but good things. I played a little bit of the second one. Just too many things for me to play. So probably no interest, but I could be convinced. You're waiting on reviews, you said, Taylor?
Yeah.
Similar thing?
Yeah, I would just say I don't know. I feel like I was like kind of passively interested in State of Decay 2, but um, this is one I could potentially see playing if it got really good reviews. But I think even then, like even if people were like really, really happy with it, probably wouldn't be until it's much cheaper or,
Right. On Game
like
Pass.
years later. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, I get that. Sea of Thieves, can I guess no interest for all three of us?
Yeah.
Yep.
Not interested.
Okay, cool. Metro 2039, Taylor?
I'll say direct to backlog on this one.
Okay, Kyle?
Yeah, I missed the Metro train, so for me, not interested. They look really cool though.
Yeah, they do. Definitely backlog for me. Kind of like Silent Hill, like they're just all in the backlog. Like someday, maybe.
Yeah.
I have nothing about them. I've bounced off of 2033 a couple of times, but it felt like a time and a place thing where it just wasn't the right. I kind of want to go back and do it again someday. And if I can get 2033 and really like it, I think I'll just cruise through them after that. Taylor, you said direct to backlog.
Yeah, same. I've always kind of wanted to get into Metro. I love the look and feel of the games. I think they look like Fallout if they maybe took themselves a little bit more seriously. So
Yeah.
I'm really in love with that tone and atmosphere. This one almost kind of gave me like Wolfenstein vibes too.
Mhm.
Probably a lot of like the Nazi imagery and stuff was probably what sold that. But these games look awesome, and the books sound really interesting too. But
Yeah.
I'd like to play through the others first.
I think we'll have a couple quick ones here. Bad Magpie. Taylor.
No interest.
Kyle.
No, I fast forwarded that one.
Yeah, I didn't fast forward it. There was a description of the game that actually like explained kind of what you're doing that made it sound a little bit better. This to me is 100% like once it's on Game Pass, like throw it on my like throw it on my little handheld and like I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
This kind of game is like the reason I have Game Pass, because I would never buy this. Like I don't. But I'll try. What are you laughing about?
I think Taylor is laughing too. You originally said Gay Pass.
I said Game Pass.
I'm
Say
12.
Gay Pass.
Just
Like the M wasn't like quite like.
It was a little delayed, so in
That's
my mind I was
hilarious.
like Gay Pass.
Game Pass. Yeah, it's a Game Pass game. Like I'll just I'd throw it on and give it a shot. There's been a couple games that look like this I tried that I was like, oh, this is actually pretty fun, but not really any concrete interest. Can I make the same assumption again with Wolong 2 for you guys?
You can.
Yes.
Okay, no interest there either. The surprise. God, I have so much to say. So I want you guys to go first. Senua.
Waiting for review.
Waiting for review. Kyle.
This is a backlog because I feel like I have to get into these games. And it looked pretty darn good. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it does. So like, you guys know, like I absolutely love the first. The first one is truly, I think, like one of the most like daring, like original, unique, interesting games I've ever played in my entire life. Like I just, it was unforgettable is what I would say about the first game. And then I remember thinking, I can't wait for the second one because I feel like they're going to build on it and they're going to make like a full scale game out of it. And instead they made Hellblade 2, which was apparently like a 4-hour interactive movie that had less gameplay than the first one and was just about the graphics. And everyone was like so disappointed by it. And it was so not what anyone thought.
Just
like,
deflating, man.
Yeah, totally deflating. To the point where I actually I didn't beat the first one. I was like probably 3/4 of the way through when 2 came out, and the reviews and like the reaction and what the game was such a massive letdown that I like couldn't bring myself to finish the first one because I was loving it so much. So I did not expect this, and this is what everyone wanted. This is the game everyone thought was coming after 2. It looks like this is building off of the first game, adding more gameplay, more combat, getting back into like the story of it, and an actual game, not an interactive movie. So the fact that like this course correction is here and they already looks pretty far along the way. Now I'm like, okay, now I'm going to go back and play both of them. I'm like re-energized, day one buy if possible. If I can get the first 2 done, day one buy for me, because the first one is just unbelievable. But yeah, so you guys are both, sounds like, so like basically we're like 1, 2, 3 on that.
I'm on the edge. Yeah. I mean, like you said, I think like just hearing the bad reaction of 2 kind of like soured my excitement for it. I think even with the sourness of 2, I really do want to play the first one at some point in time, because you have definitely thoroughly sold me on it, Ian. I definitely think it sounds like one of those games I just have to experience at some point. But like knowing that the sequel to it just isn't as well received just totally deflated my excitement for it. So I'm going to wait on this one just to kind of see what the consensus is and see like if you think there's enough game there to really justify it. But I could easily be swayed on this one and would absolutely be down to play through the series if this one like lives up to the hype.
Yeah, I mean, the developers are saying it is a third-person action adventure game.
Good.
So it's a real game.
Yeah.
I was like, the second one was like a tech demo. It's basically what the second one
It's crazy
was.
how much hype was behind all this like new tech and stuff. And yeah.
A tech demo that's 4 hours long. It took them 7 fucking years to make.
Yeah.
Like, brilliant, guys. Yeah. Crazy Taxi. Taylor?
Okay, so this was a waiting for sale at one point in time. Not interested anymore.
Oh.
AI?
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's partially, there's like generative AI like in the game. Kyle, how did you feel about this one?
Wait, why did you even need to do that for this game? It's not even that big of a game.
Yeah, you would think, right?
But no, I'm not interested in playing this. It's cool that they're still making them though. But
yeah, I have great memories of playing this on Dreamcast with my brother when he lived in Phoenix.
Take me to Pizza Hut.
My brother was going to school in Phoenix when I was a kid, and he lived on on Dunlap in the 17. It was the Art Institute right there.
Yeah.
What was there?
Yeah.
And we played this, and we had a great time. But like, I wouldn't pick it up anyways. Even if it wasn't AI, I'm just like, I don't have time for this. Like,
yeah,
that's a great memory, and that belongs there. I don't need to play it again. Join us, Taylor.
Not interested.
Yeah, Kyle.
Same. I don't even remember. I just know that I put not interested on it.
Just looked like a cheap Unity engine game. Like, it just looked like Steam slop to me.
Oh, that's the okay.
The Cult one.
The Cult thingy, yeah.
Yeah.
There's some co-op apparently.
Yeah. There's so much co-op out there. I'm just like, Magicians, The Devil's Deal. Taylor.
I'm gonna say waiting for sale or waiting for review.
Okay, Kyle.
Yeah, I'm waiting for review. Definitely some interesting parts to it, right? Definitely getting some BioShock vibes here. Need to see more though, but it looks interesting.
Yeah, I remember when they were first showing, it was like the story setup, like not any gameplay. I was getting kind of bored. I was like, this is not my style. But then they got to the gameplay, and it had sort of a BioShocky feel to it that I thought was cool. So yeah, I also put waiting on reviews, kind of see like how this hits people.
Yeah,
and if people are raving about it, I'd definitely give it a try.
I like kind of the magic shooter aspect to it.
Yeah.
And I think they were kind of going for it. It kind of struck me as like an arcane game too. Like it was giving me almost like Dishonored-ish kind of vibes too.
Yeah.
So, but interested to see what people say about it.
For sure. This is a expansion, Doom: The Dark Ages. Taylor, where are you at on that?
I'm going to say waiting for a review.
Okay. Kyle?
Yeah, I had to put not interested, man. I just have always struggled to get into Doom games, unfortunately.
Yeah, Doom 2016, fucking incredible. Doom Eternal is objectively incredible, but I didn't like it as much. It's just too much.
So good.
It was like less about just being a badass and shooting everything and more about like jumping around and staying mobile and like switching weapons every. I mean, I get it. Like, I understand why people love it so much, but it's just like it didn't give me quite the power fantasy that the first reboot game did. But this is on the Dark Ages is kind of on my backlog. As a id game, I love id, and Doom is super cool, and this one looks like a different take. So I don't know where to put the expansion because like I haven't even played the game yet. So I'm just gonna put quote unquote not interested and or waiting for review, like my own review, because I will play Dark Ages at some point. So then we'll see. Taylor, what do you think about this one?
Yeah, I think kind of like what I said with Monster Hunter, this could be one of those updates that kind of like transforms the game in a really substantial way. Makes me go back to play it, but I really got kind of bored with Doom: The Dark Ages, so I'll wait to see what people think about it. I know Jordan's excited for it. I'll wait to see what he has to say about it too.
Yeah,
so we'll see. Yeah. The spear looks cool.
His other write-in was about that. So here's Lord of the Cream's other write-in for Dark Ages. He said the Dark Ages DLC also looks like it could be pretty insane and potentially a lot better than the base game. The spear looks so dynamic and more interesting than the shield was in the base game. And even then, the shield looked awesome too. The grappling and even chain grappling they showed off with it in the trailer got me so pumped. I'm just glad to see them taking the game further and raising the skill ceiling of the complexity, as that was part of the missing sauce after the perfection that was Eternal. Game director Hugo Martin has claimed the DLC is so huge it could be called a sequel, so I'm very curious to see just how long and expansive it is. So he is very pumped, understandably. All right, guys. It's time to have a reckoning face to face with God here. This is where Xbox announced their translucent green X25 console. And I'm probably going to buy it.
Dude, that looks pretty cool.
I felt the same way.
I'm a slave. I don't even really care. Just how much do you want? Is really more the question. You fucking bastards.
Yeah,
this I don't know about incredible. The console. The console would be cool. I want the controller, man. I hope they sell it separately.
They will. They confirmed they will.
Okay, good. Yep. I'm definitely gonna getting the controller.
I'm getting the fuck out of this console. Day one buy, as they say. Kyle, are you considering it too?
Well, obviously, like I just got hoard out to some more marathon gear that I've got.
Dude. Yeah. Why? Like, what? I guess state the obvious for it. It's like
that retro see-through green look will never stop being like just one of the most aesthetically pleasing things to my eyes. I just can't say it enough. And the only question is, are we gonna make this a $1,500 machine or what?
No. It's a 1 terabyte Series S. It'll be
1 terabyte, so maybe 1,000,
like 650 or 700.
650, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's what they cost now. I mean, maybe they'll add $50.
All right, well then I'm buying this fucking thing.
They'll add $50, but I think it'll cap out at 800, and I don't think they can sell it for that because their 2 terabyte Galactic system is $799, and
That's
this is a
fair.
1
They can't
terabyte
go
Series
above it.
X.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's translucent green. You can't. I mean, if they want to piss everyone off, I think it'll be the same. Should be the same price, maybe a little more than the current Series X at 1.
I just thought the limited.
I mean, maybe they'll do that. I think
they didn't give you option
crazy.
For 2 terabyte, but anyways.
Well,
I mean, you better be ready though to grab it when it drops.
The problem is the scalpers. Like, will we even be able to secure one? That's going to be the question.
November, right?
Yeah, well, but whenever you're going to have to pre-order it. I mean, it's not going to be in stores or anything. It'll get sold. For me, I know that if I don't buy this in 10 years, I'll be like, why the fuck didn't I buy it? Because they're $2,400 on eBay now.
Yeah.
I just want it.
Guaranteed.
I want it. I've been thinking about it ever since they showed it.
You will. I mean, not that you'd want to sell it, but if you buy this, you will make money on it.
Yeah, and like to your point, I'm never selling it, and I'm definitely ripping it out of the box. I'm not going to rip the box, but it's coming out of the box and it's getting used. Like I think I saw some people be like, I'm never even taking it out of the box. I'm like, okay, I always thought that was weird. Then just sell it. Like, if you're not going to use it, sell it. I want this thing. I want to see it. Like, look at it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. and it's got X25 on it, and the bumpers on the controller are white and black for the white and black. That's my God,
So cool.
my God. Okay. Age of Empires 4, can I say no interest for everybody?
Yeah, not
The-
interested.
No,
It's expansion. I don't know if you play. I didn't know you played Age of Empires 4.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm gonna have to say no. I thought maybe it was a new game. Never mind.
No, it's an expansion for AoE 4. More civilizations.
Never mind.
Minecraft Dungeons. Everybody know.
Not interested.
Hold your horses now. Just kidding. I
Okay.
have zero interest.
I'm even gonna go past. I'm thinking of going past ESO. It's ESO. We all know what we feel. We all, ESO's great. It's like-
You know what?
So I have a question about this one.
okay.
Okay.
So are they
go ahead.
redoing the Thieves Guild quest line, or what's happening?
No, it's a new quest line.
Oh, okay.
So you can do the original one and then this one.
Could be cool. In that
Yeah.
case, direct to backlog, but
Yeah, it's my ESO backlog, which is a backlog in and of itself.
yeah, a sub
It's like
backlog.
backlog inception for me. Someday, I don't know, it might be 10 years from now, but I'll play it. Kyle?
This is not ESO's fault, and this
No.
is no shot at ZeniMax, but I don't want to see this shit.
I know.
No
yes.
more ESO. No more Fallout 76. I put a -1 here on purpose. Like, give me what we want. You're either making a Fallout remake, or you're dropping some content about ESO 6, or shut the hell up.
Yeah, I don't want to see Bethesda ever again until
Yeah.
they have something to actually show us. That's not Starfield, Elder Scrolls Online, or Fallout 76. And you guys know Fallout or ESO is like in my top like 15, 20 games of all time. I'm in love with that game. I'll be playing it till the day I die. I agree. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls 6, Fallout 3 remake, or fucking get out of my face.
Do your own showcase for big content drops.
That's a good
Yeah.
point.
You know?
Yeah. Like a Bethesda Day kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Valor Mortis, Taylor.
Not interested.
Kyle?
I want to see some more. There's some parts to it. I'm like, this is kind of cool, unique. But
Cool. Well, yeah,
I mean, I
tell-
guess
tell us.
teetering on the not interested at the same time. I think the universe is like kind of different and unique. I love the time period, right? And isn't it like, is it kind of Souls-like? Is that what I'm getting at? This, yeah, Souls-like out of there.
But it's in first person, so
Yeah, it's a little different. So I guess like maybe Skyrim meets Souls-like in a sense.
Yeah,
Like,
it could be.
Yeah. This is definitely going to be dependent upon the story building here in this universe, but I'm liking the art style, the look of it. The gameplay looks relatively cool and fun, so I want to see some more. I mean, it's definitely teetering on I'm probably not going to be interested, but there's a chance it could be boosted up.
Cool. Hell yeah. I'm good. I don't know. It just doesn't. It's just not grabbing me for some reason. Fallout 76. Moving on. Flight Sim, beautiful. They put a bunch of stuff in Washington there, which I thought was sick. They had
I
Mount
love those
Rainier,
shots.
the
Yeah.
North Cascades, and I thought that was super cool. But I don't play Flight Sim. You guys don't either, right?
Shout out to
No.
Riley.
Cool. Shout out to Riley. I know he's excited. I'm sure. Where Winds Meet. I think it's another. I'm good. Like, are you guys?
Yeah.
I'm assuming I can safely say no for all
I
of
don't
us.
even really know what it is, to be honest.
Yeah,
but-
it's kind of like Phantom Blade. Like they just keep showing it. I'm like, okay, there it is.
Yeah.
Chinese mythology slop.
yeah.
Spyro: A Realm Beyond. Taylor.
Day one buy.
Ooh, okay. Kyle.
Mhm.
I gotta say not interested, but I do want to hear
Sure.
more from Taylor.
Yeah. Mine is like sort of like backlog / waiting on reviews. It must be played on PlayStation. I'll be playing this on Xbox. How are we doing?
Absolutely,
I know,
yeah.
I get it. It's Activision. I understand, but I'm gonna let you just kind of take this, Taylor. But I feel like Alicia would really like these. Like, I love that they're remaking all these platformers because I feel like
Yeah.
that's when she used to play games with her brother and stuff. So these kind of games where it's like through Alicia, I'm interested, but I don't know that I would play it myself just because of how big my backlog is. But
Yeah.
Taylor,
No, I'm a huge Spyro fan. Spyro and Crash Bandicoot were like some of the first video games I ever played. So I was really excited for this. I loved the Toys for Bob remakes that they did of the first 3 games that they have in that collection were super fun and cute and kind of a way to relive my childhood. And so Crash Bandicoot 4 came out the gate a couple years ago and was an absolute banger. Just such a great addition to that series. So I'm expecting that Toys for Bob is going to kill this, and we're going to get like a really good Spyro 4, basically. So I'm really excited for this one.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Me too.
Hopefully they can get Stuart Copeland to do the soundtrack again too. That'd be cool.
That'd be great. That'd be super cool. Okay, this is a big one. I cannot wait to get you guys' thoughts on this from both of you for different reasons. Clockwork Revolution, the second Xbox console exclusive, announced. Taylor, where are you at?
Day one buy.
Okay, Kyle.
Jesus, man. How are you gonna play all this?
I don't know.
He will, dude. He will.
He's gonna day one buy all these fuckers, play them for one day, and be like, "All right, I gotta get to my next day one."
Kyle, where are you at?
This is my one and only day one buy out of this entire Xbox showcase. Very excited to play it. The only thing else I want to see, and I know that they already have a video of it, so I need to go back and watch it. I haven't done it yet. I want to see some more of the gameplay. What does that look like? Leveling up skills. What are we looking like for that? The universe story, all of that looks great. I love In Exile. I really like Wasteland 3. So
I know you're a huge fan of them. I was curious if this would be day one for you because of that.
Yeah. That's an easy one for me.
Yeah, this is it's coming out next year. Depends on when it comes out. It's somewhere between backlog and day one. I thought this trailer was kind of weak. I didn't think the story, like, I felt like the dialogue.
They've had better trailers. That's for sure.
Dialogue was kind of iffy, and I was just sort of like, I don't feel like this game is, or this trailer is really actually showing me what's so cool about this game. The first trailer was awesome, like, with the time dilation and the rewinding and all the crazy stuff. Like, this just, I don't know, this came off as like a little corny to me, and like kind of goofy and like a little brighter than what I was getting from the original trailer. But In Exile, great team, and just a brand new, like, this is like, I feel like this is like the first new Xbox game in a long time. And that makes me excited about it.
Me too.
Just for that reason. So, Kyle, I guess you kind of went through it. You have anything else that you want to say? You're just a big In Exile guy, so I wanted to give you plenty of runway for this. I don't know.
Yeah, the only thing that gives me caution is this is totally a different game than anything they've ever made, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to like character development and story writing, they're just one of my favorites. I definitely recommend playing through Wasteland 3 at some point. I know it's not the style of game that you typically like to play. It is that turn-based RTS style. But yeah, I think I think we are teetering towards you're starting to show too much of like story and characters, and I think
out of context.
Yeah, I think we're getting to see too much there. Like, we just want to play the game. But again, for me, like, I just want to see more about the gameplay, which I know they have released stuff about that I need to watch. That's all that's left for me to see. But yeah, the characters, I think that was more of a like, here's your companions that you're going to be dealing with, and we kind of want to show what they're like. But yeah, I definitely think it was one of the weaker trailers. But I think it's just because we're kind of getting a little exhausted with it. So
for sure, no, yeah. I totally get it. Taylor, anything else you wanted to say on Clockwork?
Echo everything you guys have said.
Okay. Castlevania Belmont's Curse. Taylor.
Day one buy.
Kyle.
This is definitely backlog for me. I really want to play it, but I also know there's a lot within this IP that I need to get caught up on. Yeah. But really excited to play this.
Kyle, again, I've said this already. Like, sometimes we're the same human. Yeah, like I'm super excited about it. I kind of want to buy it just to be like, Konami, yes, do this. But I'm not sure where it fits in, and I want to make sure that I play some of at least one or two of the other like original games. So we'll figure that out. But yeah, God, this is actually the more we go through this, like, this showcase was fucking awesome.
So good.
This is okay. So Vivarium. I don't know where it landed in here. For some reason, the GameSpot has it at the very end, and it's not. It was somewhere back in there. But Taylor, where are you at on Vivarium? Day one buy?
No, this is going to be waiting for review.
Okay, we're waiting for review. Kyle?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't do it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love these hand drawn things. I mean, I have so much respect for the artistry there. I couldn't really tell what it was, so I'm not really interested. But it looked absolutely incredible. Taylor, you're waiting for reviews?
Yeah, I would say so. This is one of the couple games too that like Anna was like, "Oh, this looks really cute. I think I'd play this." So
Cool.
if she ends up being super interested in it, I would certainly sit down and watch it. I do love Studio Ghibli, so
Yeah,
we'll just see how people receive it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I definitely like the Studio Ghibli like artwork style.
And it looks like a late '90s, like early 2000s version too. Like it looks dated, and I love that.
Yeah.
That's very cool. And then they, Xbox has this incredible show, and they're like, you know what, you guys, we're gonna
We know
send
just how to
this one
bookend
out.
it.
We're gonna send this one out with Call of Duty. This was my one negative one. I was actively pissed off. This looks like fucking shit. I hate Call of Duty now. I have hated Call of Duty for years. I'm so sick of this crap. Get this shit off the stage. There's no Call of Duty fans watching a showcase. They don't care about any other games. They don't have taste. They just play Call of Duty. Why are we seeing this? Get this the fuck out of my stage. Off of this Xbox stage. Or put
Call
it in
of
the middle
Duty
of the
like
show.
Is Call of Duty like that big of a client that they're like forcing their hand? Like we have to be the game.
They own it.
Well, I'm just saying that like what's happening here? Why are we just jerking off the Call of Duty?
Because it's their number one selling game that Xbox has.
Mhm.
I mean, but that's the thing to me. It's like you don't need it here. Everyone who's buying it is already going to buy it.
Yeah, they're already sold.
Why are you showing it to the people who are like, yo, Vivarium looks good? Like, what the fuck? Like, who wants this?
Right.
Or Clockwork looks, you know what I mean? Like, Call of Duty bros look at Clockwork.
Yeah, at the very least, do
and-
not end the showcase with it. Like,
put it in the middle. You know, if you want to show me Call of Duty, like, fine. I
I
get it.
can't believe they did that a second time. It's
No,
crazy.
again.
And
again.
Just even watching, I don't know if you guys, I didn't watch all of it, but some of the clips that I saw, I was like, this is so bad. Is this Modern Warfare? Because why is this guy putting an entire clip into a dude in story campaign mode in order for him to die? Is this not Modern Warfare? Because I think it only takes a couple bullets.
What they were
This
showing
was a
us
game mode.
was DMZ. It's an extraction game mode within. He was shooting other players.
But he was like putting a lot into these guys. And like my thing is like, obviously we play a marathon and it, they have shields and stuff that explains why it's taking extra damage.
Sure.
You're playing Modern Warfare. Sure, you have body armor, but if I shoot your neck, you're dead.
Yeah, it's over. I know. He had to put like a quarter of his like drum into the guy. I know.
Yeah. I'm like, I can't get into this.
Safe to say no interest.
Could I put it negative 100 on that one?
Taylor's like, day one.
Day one. I will say, Modern Warfare better than Black Ops.
100%.
So years from now, when this is on Game Pass for free,
I
might be interested. The Game Pass. I might play it just for the story, but
okay. And that's it. And you guys, we're gonna rush out of here because we're at 2 hours 57 minutes for this recording, and Riverside will not let me upload this to any of our audio feeds if it's over 3 hours. We have to like run out of here. But just very quickly, like 30 seconds or less, kind of your overall thoughts of the combined presentations for this June E3, not E3 season. Taylor, go.
Yeah, great showcase. Love what Jeff has done with the place. Great show. Shout out to Jeff Keighley.
Yeah.
And also look out for me and Craig's bonus episode on the Nintendo Direct.
Oh, yes. Yep. You guys are going to do the Nintendo Direct coverage here shortly. Kyle, your summary of these showcases.
Yeah, definitely Xbox was my favorite. I'm glad to see exclusives are coming back. That's really important. And I also just really enjoyed how much stuff was in Summer Games Fest. It's just a lot of different types of games, a lot of new IPs. So I felt like I had to watch everything, and I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. Agree with both of you guys. I think they were very solid. They weren't blow you out of the chair incredible, but really, really solid. I'm excited for Xbox. I feel like this is the strongest that they've been in a long time. Excited for a lot of the Sony stuff.
Agreed.
Lots of cool stuff announced for Jeff's show. Yeah. One of the better ones in a while, even if it's not like earth-shatteringly crazy announcements. They were just all like good and lots of things for lots of people. So, thank you guys for listening and sticking with us for a 3-hour episode of the Solo Gamer Podcast. We will see you guys next week. I hope you have a wonderful and safe weekend. But until then, we will catch you later.
See you guys. Stay safe.
Later, guys.